Oh, man, I am so sorry. Everything started breaking. Man, I sat in my chair and my knee hit my headset, and my headset was charging, and it hit it and knocked it 20 feet, knocked the cup off the headset. So then I had to remember how to put the cup back on the headset, and that took like 5 minutes. And then YouTube wasn't working right because I have multiple channels, and then and then all my other computers started tripping. It's been a day. I basically just slept and then woke up. That way I can actually be able to have the mental stability to actually be able to do this. Hi. How you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hope everybody had a good evening at work. So yeah, give me 1 second here. Let me make sure everybody can hear me because I don't want to do what I used to do and just be like, have a stream where literally you go for 30 minutes and nobody hears you. So we can't have that. We cannot have that. Alrighty, everything is looking good here for him. So, hi, how's it going? My name is Anthony. Everyone calls me Toph because that's my gamer tag. And we make videos about technical support and helping people. And I have a pretty good lineup today. It's going to be kind of interesting, trying to see how I want to evolve this, because eventually, right, because I have two parts of me, right? I have the tech part and I have the gaming part, but those two don't mix because you can't have a channel that has high-end technical issues being troubleshooted and then also a channel with gaming. So I have them separate, right? But when it comes to the live stream, I have basically a schedule where I go like 30 minutes of supporting a tech issue and then 30 minutes supporting a gaming issue, and I kind of go back and forth with it. So, but eventually they'll probably separate from each other, but as of right now, that's currently what I do. But eventually they probably will separate. It may just be a live stream where I just do straight tech and a live stream where I do straight gaming. But as of right now, that is not the case. So that's currently what we have going on here. And let's go ahead and get some things started here. Few things that I want to show you guys that I thought were pretty cool. And we can go ahead and get it popping and crack-a-lacking. Let's minimize this and this. Okay, cool. Alrighty, looks like everything is good here, so let's go ahead and get to work. I literally have a button that says work. I figured that's the only way I remember to press it. All right, cool. Oh, so this is something that I wanted to point out here. There's actually this all right, so if you ever decide to buy cameras or if you ever decide to do live streaming and stuff like that, I do recommend Sony, but I only recommend Sony for, well, I recommend Sony for a couple of reasons. One, I like their gear, but two, what the? Why would you have a party at this time? Okay. Two, they usually have Adorama lately. Okay, originally it was Best Buy. So Best Buy had a trade-in. So when I used to work for the company, they had a trade-in where you could trade in or trade in used stuff, and then you can get a discount towards new stuff. And you can also get a significant discount on their gear when you worked for Best Buy, right? So at the time I was working for Best Buy and I was able to get discounts on brand new gear to the point where it was almost like used gear because it was like $500-600 off the product. Not knowing that was like, that was like 4 paychecks back then. But back then, I thought it was actually a really cool deal. But then Adorama turned around and did something very, very interesting where they basically allow you to get a trade-in bonus whenever you trade in your gear. So if you think like, if you have a certain camera that you've had for a while and you're ready to do an upgrade, they will give you a decent or a fair trade-in value as if you were trying to sell it on eBay. Plus they'll give you an extra up to $500 bonus on top of that. And so then you can take that plus the trade-in plus the actual bonus and use that to buy the camera from Adorama. The only caveat is when they send you the camera, the new camera, that's it. There's no trade-ins with that. There's no returns, no nothing. That's your new camera. Have a nice day. That's the only trade-off. But at the same time, if you were going to buy a new camera, I would say it would probably be in your better interest to buy from Adorama or maybe like a used like new for Amazon if the price is better. So I just wanted to point that out in case anybody did not know. Every now and then they do this. It's like, I think it's like once every 6 months. They used to only do it for school students. So like you had to have an EDU account or something like that, but they've changed it up lately. And every time I get ready to upgrade, I actually do this. So that's why I'm down to one camera. But I just wanted to point that out there. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty. I saw this on Tom's Hardware. Well, I saw this as I was finding all of the content for this particular day, and I saw this on Tom's Hardware, and I thought it was kind of interesting. AMD GPU partner collects RX 7900 XTX 110 degrees Celsius hotspot user reports. Good God, that's the surface of the sun. Just think of how hot that is. NVIDIA was recently engulfed in the melting 16-pin connector fiasco, which was hilarious. I saw that. But now things are heating up for AMD. Reports are user feedback have shown that the Radeon 7900 XTX can get sizzling hot with hot spots hitting 110 degrees Celsius. As a result, PowerColor, one of AMD's notable partners, has issued a call for user reports on Reddit so it can send the details to AMD for further investigation. Thus far, the 110 degrees Celsius hotspot phenomenon appears only to affect NBA, which is made by AMD, or reference Radeon RX 7900 series graphics cards, which typically are the better cards because they're the smaller form factor, whether you purchase them directly from AMD or one of the chipmaker's partners. There haven't been any reports of custom designs afflicted with the issue, suggesting a potential design flaw with the reference cooler. That hurts my soul. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The million-dollar question is whether the 110 degrees Celsius junction temperature is within specification for RX 7900 series graphics cards. We've reached out to AMD for confirmation. However, the chip maker hasn't gotten back to us yet, probably due to the holidays. There's a precedent of Radeon graphics cards reaching 110 degrees Celsius, which aligns with AMD specifications. If you don't remember, the normal junction temperature for the Radeon 5700 series graphics cards, such as the 5700 XT, was 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, well, I mean, it's hot. That is extremely, extremely hot. I worry about these kind of things because I think that, it can affect builds and loadouts, because the whole gimmick of the 7900 XTX and how they were selling so many, well, one of the reasons why they were selling so many is because they were like, you make a 4-slot graphics card, NVIDIA? Okay, I can make this in a 2-slot graphics card, and you don't have to change your PC, motherboard, memory, power supply, chassis, second chassis because the first chassis didn't work, third chassis because the second chassis and the first chassis didn't work and you returned it, and then you got a part that didn't fit properly, or the 12-pin didn't fit properly, and now you had cables everywhere. It don't give you none of that. You can just basically just pop it in. As long as your power supply is strong enough, you should be good to go. So that was one of the actual gimmicks of it, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted it, because the case that I had at the time was an ITX build case, and this card fits there perfectly. And I thought that would be really, really cool to have this guy here. And plus, I already have a 7950X, so it just kind of worked out. But without it, it kind of sucks. But at the same time, 110 degrees Celsius, if they report that that's what it's supposed to do, that's kind of interesting. But at the same time, it doesn't say whether or not you've actually seen people report that they are actually hitting 110 degrees Celsius with the fans on high. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly sure if that's actually a possibility, but man, that is hot. But, if it's spec for that, it's spec for that. But it's kind of an interesting topic, though. It'll be interesting to see what AMD reports back on that one. Hopefully the cards themselves don't actually be hitting those kind of temperatures, because, that may cause a fire. No. I think, I think AMD is trying to curb your enthusiasm as to what, curb your enthusiasm, you see what I did there? I think they're trying to curb your enthusiasm as to what your idea of hot is, right? Because when you look at the 7900 series, the graphics, the CPUs, now, 95 degrees is kind of normal. You hit 95, 96, 94 degrees Celsius, and they're like, hey, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's designed to run hot. Even though, I would get reasonably uncomfortable, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. So, maybe AMD is trying to push what our idea of hot is. So, all right, AMD, whatever. You have my vote, kinda. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and start with this person here, which is Entertainment View A234. I think this is a return. Is it a return? No, it's not a return. Okay, cool. So Entertainment View writes, hi, need help from PC builders? Sure. I have a decent PC that can run games like CSGO, Left 4 Dead at very good performance. My GPU is an NVIDIA GTX 1650 4GB DDR5. That's pretty pro. It's nice. My current monitor has a refresh rate of 60 Hertz. It's great now. And I'm thinking of getting a monitor maybe 165 Hertz or 240 Hertz, but I'm not sure if my PC GPU can handle it or accept it. Well, okay. heard online that some GPUs might not be able to run too high refresh rates, but maybe it was an old post for older models. My second concern is if I get a 240 hertz monitor and versus my 60 hertz monitor, will there be any difference in performance, like less FPS on the 240 hertz? Thank you, everyone. Sure, I can help you with this. So to answer your second question here, no, there won't be a performance difference. Whatever you got on the original monitor, you'll get on this monitor. It's just that a 1650 I don't think is ideal for what you're trying to do here. I think a 1650 will not give you enough frame rates for you to notice a difference. I think you're still going to sit around the 60 to 70, maybe even 80 FPS depending on what game you play, but I don't think you'll even get close to 165 or 144 or 120 or any spec that's meaningful with this particular build, you know. So you may be looking at upgrading this. So so to answer your question, whatever frame rate you got on the old monitor, you will get with the new monitor. The problem is with that graphics card, unfortunately, you may not notice a difference. You won't be able to hit the frame rates those monitors are spec'd for with that graphics card. I already said unfortunately. Unfortunately, those graphics cards are spec'd for. Those monitors are spec'd for maybe 60, 50, I give them 50 to 80 FPS tops on that one. On that one, meaning you will most likely need to upgrade to a 3060 or better. All right, so just some that, you know. You'll notice the PC monitor, Hertz monitor also has a higher resolution. The Hertz has no impact. That's all handled by the monitor. Yeah, I thought he made. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. He probably has 1080p. Yeah, I probably should say that. Also, if you had a 1080p, if you had a 1080p, what was I gonna say? If you had a 1080p monitor, the refresh rate may go down if you go up in resolution. There's no may to it. Will save edit. All right, let me check something real quick. I just want to make sure that you guys don't hear audio from anything that I'm doing in the background here. You shouldn't, but nah, you shouldn't. But let me go ahead and close it because I just worry that you guys will hear background from the video and it'll get into this background and then it just turns into a problem. We cannot have that. We can't have that. I want this to be specific. I've been going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to put music audio in this, you know, and kind of pipe audio to people who are watching. I'm not exactly sure about it. I'm still kind of going back and forth about it, but I may do it just to see or just try it and test it. But you guys will know eventually, because I always worry is like, man, what if I put in music that doesn't match? And I typically, if I was going to do some music, it wouldn't be copyrighted music. It would be music that I can actually, you know, play. You know, even though I know that some people actually do that, I just don't want to go about it that way because I'm trying to grow something and I don't want to go about it by growing it off of other people's content. You know, not in that way, unless it's like free content. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do it, but I'm still mulling it over. But you know, entertainment view, I hope that helps here. Let's go ahead and go to the next one because I am hella behind. All right, let me see if we can caught up. Oh, we got some time. Okay, cool. This is from Random Block. Random Block writes, PC is on, monitor doesn't detect it. Let me make sure this isn't me. Okay, cool. Hello, I tried everything from cleaning RAM sticks, contacting HP, my PC is pre-built, but nothing seems to work. This has happened once when cleaning it, but only once when all it took was replugging it in Today I was playing Elden Ring. Dope. I closed the game, opened Chrome, and my monitor shut down saying there is no signal. Does anybody have any clue on how to fix it? Today I closed the game, opened Chrome, and my monitor shut down saying no signal. Well, I mean, it didn't shut down, it just said no signal. Does anybody have any clue how to fix it? Well, it sounds like your graphics card and monitor may have lost connectivity to each other, or is losing connectivity with each other. It sounds like your monitor and GPU are losing connectivity to each other, most likely from the cleaning. I would make sure the cable is all the way in on both sides, as well as try a different input and or making sure the cable is not pulling. Type. Yeah, I'll just say it like that. It seems like he just has a cable issue, bro. It just seems like, you know, he may have display and maybe he's pulling a little bit too hard because he's trying to clean it and not realizing how tight that is. Sometimes people, you know, they don't know exactly how the cable is actually pulling because it's actually behind the PC, so they can't see it. So he may just be pulling it too hard. That's just kind of normal. So random blogger, I hope that helps. I think the other person may have said the same thing. Cable, cable, cable. Yep. All right, we all on the same page. Cable, cable, cable. Alrighty, if you guys have any questions, be sure you can put them in the chat. I'll answer them as soon as I can. It's like right next to me. So so if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Let a brother know. Hopefully I can help. And let's continue on. Alrighty, this oh, that's a lot of talking. Okay, cool. I think we talked about this. Okay, cool. I'll just do the brief one because I think we did this one yesterday. This is from Low Kaleidoscope 3028, and he was talking about his SSD crashing. And what he was saying is he had an issue with this SSD where I decided to upgrade to ADATA XPG Gaming S5, but when launching a game now, it causes it to crash with a WHEA uncorrectable error. And on games like Skyrim and Witcher were previously playable even with mods. So whenever he installed games and stuff, he couldn't play on the SSD. But as soon as he removes the SSD, he doesn't have the problem. On top of that, when he runs Crystal Mark on it and does stress tests on the SSD, it passes them all with flying colors. So basically, what we said on that was like, for this one here, I would say just replace the SSD. To answer your question, is possible the sequential read-write tests of Crystal Mark are not running long enough to trigger an issue on the SSD. In any event, it sounds like you just purchased the SSD, so I don't really see a point in fighting if you have proven everything works without it, which is right. The RMA is not possible, so I kind of hope for a software fix, like maybe some settings might help. No. No. Reply, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Let me think about it. Are there some settings that would help it with this? Well, you could ensure your permissions are correct by right-clicking, going to properties, right-clicking on the drive, clicking on the drive, going to properties, and now I don't remember the rest. I think it's just permissions or something, I don't know. Properties, security, properties and security. Properties, security, and giving your user full control. See if that works. But with SSDs, there really isn't a lot you can do outside of wiping it, making sure you format it properly. Oh yeah, it can be formatted improperly. Oh yeah, format it properly. That's a, oh. That could be the issue. If he formatted it wrong, well, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what he could have formatted it as that would actually cause it for it to get that error, but it's a possibility. See if that works. But with SSDs, there really isn't a lot you can do outside of wiping, making sure you format it properly after you wipe and permissions. However, speaking of formatting, what are your settings when you formatted the drive? That's a possibility. I'm not going to discredit it because it starts to become more okay. Most people would just give up on this and just say SSD and call it a day. I do want to give them an out and say, okay, yeah, you can check permissions, and yeah, you can also try to format it and make sure that you have the right. You're formatting it to the default specs, which I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's whatever the default is, and you can do that. Now, of course, permissions is maybe 10% chance, and the formatting is maybe a 12% chance. But they're both super low, but it's a try, but at the same time, we're talking about an SSD here. There's not a whole lot you can do. So, hopefully that helps them. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting issue, I mean, this man is really trying to go all out. It must be a really powerful SSD. I'm not sure which one it is. He never said what the how much storage he had on it, but going out like this makes me think that he may have it, like 1 terabyte or bigger or something like that. So yeah, man, hopefully that points him in the right direction. That's a tough one, man. It's hard when you lose SSDs or NVMe SSDs. You be crying and stuff. When I lost my 2 terabyte SSD, bro, I was so hurt. I was crying because most people, they don't know about RAID and stuff like that. So they'll just put it in, just single and let it just download all your stuff, and then you lose all your games and whatever else you put on that thing, man. You be hurt, crying and stuff, asking the Lord why over an SSD. Like, Lord, why would you do this to me? I like Elden Ring. But it happens like that, man. It do be like that sometimes. All right, man. Low kaleidoscope, man. I hope that helps. Asking the Lord for forgiveness over an SSD. Alrighty, so this seems like a new one. Alrighty, so this is from Tyrant47. Tyrant writes, video just went haywire on 2-week-old PC that I built. Need help figuring out what the issue is. I'm down. Hi guys, I built two PCs a couple weeks ago, and one of them is working great, while the other has run into a couple of issues. They are the exact same build, with the exception of one being an i9 and i7, the problem one. About 2 weeks ago, the problem PC monitor randomly went black and came back after 1 or 2 seconds. Then last week, it completely went back black, and there was a message that said that the display port was not supported. A few days ago, we finally got the new monitor with a better display cable, and it worked great for the last few days. But then there was suddenly some graphic issues when my wife tried to open a game. The image would slowly disintegrate and then come back, and then slowly disintegrate again. It did this for a few times before it stopped with the image mostly gone. The PC was also frozen, and I had to manually shut it down. The PC is now working again after the restart. I checked the temps and noticed that the CPU temps are randomly going all over the place, between 40 and 60 degrees. Normally it's around 35 to 45 degrees. Any idea what can be going on? And he did a Z490 and a 3080, 32 gigs of RAM, 5 intakes, 3 gigs. Oh, good Lord. Master Cooler AIO. I like that one. Well, first off, congratulations to you, good sir, for having a wife that was actually willing to play video games with you. I mean, hey, that doesn't happen too often, so congrats to you, sir. Now, to answer your question, with your wife's issue here, I would say, well, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Your wife and or girlfriend's issue here. Just say your significant other. I don't know what these pronouns are these days. So yeah, with your lady friends. I'm just devolving in front of your eyes. Everything I say just gets worse. Okay, with her issue, Okay, so let's think about this here. So originally, I don't think just going through this, I don't think my thought process has changed. I was just thinking GPU the entire time, and the fact that it's going between 40 to 60 degrees is a null factor. I don't think that's. I mean, you haven't said anything that's actually even remotely concerning about that. So whether it's 40 to 60 or 45 or 50, I don't. I mean, nobody's going to care unless you were saying that it was 75 degrees with a master cooler AIO. I mean, you're talking about, a more up-to-date i9, i7 processor. So yeah, those guys can get hot. So, but as far as her issue goes, if it's overheating, that's a possibility, but you never mentioned that it's anywhere close to it being somewhere where it's actually overheating on the particular CPU. So, and on top of that, you said you had everything was good and peachy whenever you replaced the monitor. So that makes me think we're talking about a cable. Were there any replies for their issues? Yes. Well, there was one that was the SSD when we just worked, and we'll meet some more down here. I shuffle them. So I don't have like reply. So they're a little bit further down, but yeah, we'll get to them. So yeah, there were a few replies. I some of them were just replies and said that everything was working. And I was like, okay, well, it was a reply that everything was cool. So I was like, okay, well, there's no point in me putting that in the channel because it was like, okay, cool, everything's working, thanks, bye. And when it comes to like troubleshooting and stuff like that, you always got to understand that you usually get the worst in people because they're usually upset they have an issue. So I try not to take it to heart when they be like, okay, it works, bye. And there's no thank you, there's no, thumbs up, no kudos, no nothing. So, I just, just keep it going and keep it pushing. But yeah, I'd be like, oh man, it's like when you open a door from people and they just walk on in and they don't say thank you. You'd be like, I will pull this door off of here and smack you upside your head if you don't say thank you. But in any event, with this particular issue here, I would just say graphics. It just feels like graphics all over on this one here. Now, he was saying that the image was mostly gone. Let me see what this link is. Oh, he got a pic. Oh. Yeah, that looks more like overheating, bro. The fact that it's actually showing you something here with a little, wow, that's a nice monitor. Okay, that's definitely your wife. First off, back to our original point, that's not a girlfriend, bro. That's a wife. So, wow, that's a nice monitor. I just can't get over how nice his build is. But outside of that, yeah, this doesn't look good, bro. This okay, so let's say here. First, I would try a different input on the monitor on the GPU to see if that resolves the issue, as well as the monitor if it has a different or a second display port. Also, I would try to reseat my graphics card and check cables just to make sure the GPU is getting enough power and is all the way connected to the motherboard. Sorry about that. Did I say anything else? Okay. Well, okay, I didn't need to go down there. I mean, that dude down there just said it was a driver issue. He thinks it was a driver issue, and I just saw that. So, but I wouldn't have called that first. Not for that. That's kind of an interesting one. And on top of that, it's a new one, which means that he probably already updated to the most driver recently, and he just maybe have one more update on top of that. But I haven't seen any drivers that will do something like that. The way he's showing it, man, that looks like it's overheating, badly. It's getting enough power and it's all the way connected to the motherboard, as well as check the temperatures of the GPU and CPU while gaming. I'll go that route. Of course, I can see update drivers, but some of these colleagues down here have already said that. He actually replied to that. I've done everything with the exception of hooking it up to the motherboard. Not really sure how to replicate the issue since 2 to 7 days could go by before the issue happens again. And it seems to only happen while playing a game. Appreciate the response. As well as check the temperature. Oh, hey, he said thanks. All right. There's hope for humanity. as well as check the temperatures of the CPU and GPU while gaming. Yeah. Okay, let's change this up a tad though. While gaming for every game you play until the issue reoccurs. There's a reason for this, because I feel that there is a possibility that if he keeps his temperatures and GPU temperatures and CPU temperatures displayed on his screen when he plays, every single time he plays, then I'm hoping that whenever the issue occurs, it may show his temperatures. So most games can show you your temperatures while you're playing. If not, there's off-brand software that may do that. But most games kind of do have places where you can see your temperatures, like COD does, Overwatch does. Does it have temperature? It may have temperature. I haven't looked at Overwatch in a while. It's advanced settings, because once you set it, it's kind of like set it and forget it. But I think it's definitely a possibility that that he might be able to just run software that would actually show his temperatures while gaming, and just do that for a while until he actually gets the issue. It's tough when you got these issues that are like 2 to 7 days, because, you know, when it's like 2 to 7 days, you know, you'll be forgetting all about it, and all of a sudden it hits you, and it's like, oh crap, I didn't have anything ready, I didn't have anything set up or anything like that. But, you know, I hope that helps, bro. Tyrant, I'll keep an eye on this guy and see what happens there. That's an interesting one, you know. There's no tiling or anything. It's just that generally when you see something like that and it's just that little one artifact, the first thing people think of is overheating, because it's almost like a sunspot, you know. And that's what I think of when I see stuff like that. But the fact that this is over here and it's actually detailed makes me think if either maybe the display cable may not be supported, but I'm guessing he probably used the one that was in the box. But should I add that? I'll add that. Also, try to swap the display cable with your PC. I'll put exclamation points on that one. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Y'all said, oh, man, I'm starting to get sharp as a tack, man. I think the more I do of these, the better I get. I was super rusty now, but man, the more I do of these, man, I'm starting to get on it. But that's a smart one, right? Because if it's a display cable, man, swap it with yours. Now, if you get the issue, you know what the problem is. There you go. Have fun. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun for him. Think about it. If she gets that issue again, and you've already swapped out the display cable with yours, and she gets that issue back, you're just straight up looking at graphics card at that point. It's a possibility it could also be monitor. But, you know, monitor graphics card, because they said, you know, the previous monitor had the same issue. So now you're just looking at your graphics card. So yeah, that's a very good step. So that's sweet. That is sweet. That is a sweet response there. I'm even proud of that one. That one's because I didn't even think about that until that happened. Now, okay, I'm so crazy that I would get mad at myself because I didn't come up with that idea first. And be like, oh man, that took you, you know, how long was it? About 56 seconds in order for you to come up with that conclusion. You should have came up with that conclusion in like 13 seconds. So I'm still rusty, but I'll get there. I'm not saying your name. It's not happening. Okay, was it 7:36? We'll do this one more. We'll do this. I mean, I know we're over, but I can't turn away. Once I seen his name. Oh man, we'll just call him John. Man, John writes, I'm not doing it. Guarantee no one else has this problem. Oh. Sir, apparently you have not met me. Hi, my name is Anthony. I've been doing this for 20 years. I take that as a challenge. So let's go. No one else has this problem. You already have one comment, so apparently somebody has had this problem. I don't know why, but for some reason, I keep getting ghost inputs in my settings and Windows apps, even with no input devices connected. I've tried removing every device in Device Manager to no avail. I've asked on the Discord for this subreddit to no avail. No one on the internet even seems to be having this issue. I can detect a virus for the life of me, or I can't detect a virus for the life of me. So my only assumption here is that someone has hacked into my computer, and maybe they have left the left stick on whatever device they have forced into position. I don't know what could be causing the issue, as there literally is no help anywhere on planet Earth. No, you just don't know about my channel, bro. Any ideas of what may be going on are much appreciated. This issue makes it impossible for me to click on anything in my settings menus and whatnot because the little white outline is always forced to the right. No matter what device I have plugged in, I am begging for help here, please. Okay, let's think about what he's saying. All right, so he said, for some reason, I keep getting ghost inputs in my settings and Windows apps, even with no devices connected. Okay, so you're saying you scroll right, even when you don't have any devices connected. Now, I don't know if whenever he says no devices connected, if he means no keyboard and mouse, but I assume that he does. So let's assume that he does mean that, and he means that, you know, he has this issue with no devices connected, and it's constantly scrolling to the right. Typically, okay, so I used to run into this issue where I used to have macros turned on whenever I used to play this game and used to raid, and then when I turn the macros off, the keyboard will ghost move to the right because one of my macros I had made me move to the right and press a couple buttons, so it would automatically have those buttons pressed. So originally I'm thinking that, okay, maybe he has an issue with his keyboard and mouse. So let's do the basic stuff first, you know, and then we'll go into the higher end stuff. So let's say the basic stuff would be, so for this I would say to power off your PC, unhook everything but keyboard and mouse, and move keyboard and mouse to the front ports. Then boot PC to see if that resolves the issue. I'm guessing that's probably not, because well, I mean, it may, but I'm guessing he may have tried that because he seems a little upset, like, you know, he's really been at this. So we also want to give him some harder options. So I'm begging for help here, please. You know, if he's having that kind of a drift, we also have to take into account, that this could be hotkey. Was it hotkey, auto hotkey, or someone controlling your PC if it's moving to specific spots. If it's just slightly drifting, then more than likely it's just keyboard, mouse, mouse connectivity, most likely just mouse connectivity. However, at the end of the day, if it's moving to a location, then I recommend, then you may need to wipe the drive. I never say that. I never go wipe drive to people. But in his case, if it is like an auto hotkey that's making him move there, or if it's some type of virus or something like that he may have, or malware or something along those lines that's making him move to specific spots, wipe it. Don't play no games. Don't do nothing. Just wipe it. Because if that's the case, it's over, bro. You don't want to risk something bad happening even further and them getting information that they shouldn't be getting. So we got to play it that way, right? Because we don't know exactly what's happening. He didn't show us any pictures. If it's just slightly going, you know, like, can you see my mouse? Yeah, cool. If it's slightly just going like this, you know, and it's not really doing anything, but it's just going like this, then that just means you have drift and you may have some connectivity issues between your mouse and keyboard. Or I'm sorry, mouse and keyboard, but mouse and the computer. But if it's like literally going someplace to something and clicking, or going someplace and trying to go to start, or trying to go here or trying to go there, wipe it. Just wipe it. Just wipe it. Don't play that game. Because you play that game and you leave it on, they're going to be able to eventually get some information that they shouldn't be getting. So it's better to say this than tell him, you know, okay, check for TeamViewer, check for this, check for that. Because you tell him to check for 10 different things and it may be a new program. You don't know. You don't know what this man has done. So it's better to play it this way and tell him to just straight wipe. Because you don't want to play those games without seeing his computer. But if you were if you were truly in this field, then yeah, you would log into his computer remotely and take a look at it and see exactly what kind of programs you may have installed. But if you're playing the diagnostician game, the Dr. House game that I like to play, then you kind of look at it from afar and just tell them to wipe if it is actually going to a location. So that's the way you would play this one here. Unfortunately, whenever you start dealing with malware or possibility of malware and viruses, man, it's better to go ahead and try to either A, clean them, or B, wipe. You don't want to play too hard on those because they'll mess around and they'll lose all their data talking back and forth with you. You see what I'm saying? You go, because, you know, you may not respond or you may be asleep and you, by the time you wake up, he's like, man, I followed your advice, but now they didn't took all my information and they closed out my screen. They said to get it back, I gotta pay $120. I was like, damn it, that's a crypto locker, man. It's game over, bro. I'm sorry, I should have told you that sooner. I didn't think it was crypto wall or crypto locker, even though all my files are encrypted. So, you know, you just run into those kind of situations. But time to take a break. Alrighty. Okay, yeah, that one's a long one. So we'll take a break here, play a game. Actually, I want to kind of get back on High on Life. I was kind of liking those characters. And on top of that, whenever I was in character and I was doing the Rick voice or whatever, or at least trying to. My worst impression of the Rick voice. People liked it. So, hey, I'll just go with that. See what happens and pop off, and then we'll get back. It's already 7:44, so you're a little late to the show. But we'll go ahead and play for 30, and then we'll come back, and then we'll finish up. So, let's do it. Was it Steam? I think it was Steam. Pretty sure it's Steam. I'm like 90% sure it's Steam. Okay, yeah, that's Steam. Got too many systems going. I have like the PS5 on backup just in case I decide to play something else and all kinds of things. Alrighty. Hey, my headset, you're not still broke. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Can I hear stuff? I totally can. Oh, look, it looks like the Rick and Morty's type symbols type stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alrighty. Can everybody hear that? Yeah, they can hear that. Okay. Press any button. Oh wow, he is attractive. All right, let's get into it. I think the volume is okay.
All right, bounty hunter. I guess let's head back to the house and check in with Gene. You'll find it. You'll figure it out. Hey, well, don't shoot the hook
you can
bug.
run,
That's
you know.
probably somebody's pet.
I don't know if you do that. Try hitting the button on your screen. I can't say the name of the button because I have no fucking clue what kind of controller or keyboard you're using.
Stop yelling at me! What am I doing? Meet Gene at your house. Oh, okay. Cookie Monster! Thank you again for shopping at Mr. Keeps. Okay, sure, no problem, bro. Okay, I know I can't open him. And I guess we're just gonna go straight here and hope for the best because I don't remember where my house is. Okay. Feel like it's around. Oh,
there's little guys coming out of your house. Okay.
Can I shoot them?
No, come on. Would you stop with the killing for a bit?
Morty. Killing is what I do, Morty. Killing is what we do. We kill for science, Morty. We kill for science, Morty. All right, okay.
Hey, nice house you got here. Real ritzy. Way better than my bench.
Oh, wow, you really made yourself at home, huh?
Oh, there you are. Who's this weirdo, and why is he setting up a fucking huge alien computer in our living room?
Okay, first of all, that alien computer is a very expensive and surprisingly operational Bounty 5000. So,
yeah.
You're welcome.
A what 5,000?
Your kid here thinks they're gonna be a big bad bounty hunter. I set them up with some fancy equipment, so they're letting me have the house when they die.
Kid? They're not my kid. I'm their sister. How old do you think I am?
I don't
blame
know
her.
what kind of alien you are or how
She's
fast
my
you age. I'm
granddaughter.
just making my best guesses here.
You were only gone 5 minutes, and you already told some random alien he could move in with us. That's what
And
you
only-
did.
Look, I
It took
know it's
2
a lot
minutes.
all at once, but we need him to save your species. So, do you think you could put up with him for a bit?
Well, yeah, if it's gonna help, sure. I'm sorry, everything I've ever known just got flipped upside down, so I don't know what's weird or not anymore.
Hey,
It's called a drug
So
habit.
I'm just gonna shit right here in the couch later. I don't have to shit right now, but just a heads up.
Like that. Was that weird or was that normal? It was weird, right? It was weird.
Your mom's nice. Anyway, come talk to me when you're ready to get down to business.
He said your mom's nice.
So what? We just jump into the deep end and start hunting down G3 officers, or what?
I'm not sure you're ready just yet. I mean, they don't let you fuck the Glumpers at Glumpies without a level 4 fuck pass, do they?
What? I don't know.
Well, they don't. Maybe I should send you out on a little test
They
run
don't, Morty.
first, huh?
It's ahead of
okay,
your
sure.
time.
I've got just the thing. A small-time local gangster by the name of Nine Torg. She took my favorite knife. She's got an operation out in the slums. Maybe you kill her and get my knife back. Then we'll talk. Maybe take you out to Glumpies to celebrate.
All right, so we just head out to the slums?
No, moron. You gotta use the Bounty 5000 to initiate a bounty. That's what I went through all the trouble of setting it up for.
Okay, Jesus.
Could you set it up outside our house? No? Okay. All right, Morty. Let's go ahead and try this, Morty. This is technology, Morty.
5000 or not? I put
Now I want to see what he's gonna say. Hold on.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh man, I don't even.
So bounty hunting, huh? Are you really going to kill people?
can't.
Actually, we've killed a couple people already, you know. And so did you. So soon we forget.
Fine, I guess I'll just hang around at home and wait for you to do all your little murders.
Are you mad at us or jealous?
Jealous? I want to kill evil aliens too.
Shit.
Portal failed.
Normally that door would open up a gateway that lets you walk right through it.
So what do we do?
Calm down. The bounty's right here in Blim. You mind just heading out?
shoot
on
her?
foot? The slums gateway ain't too far from here. I'll get the Bounty 5000 all fixed up while you're gone.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
hey,
All right,
whose
let's go
cigarette is
start-
this? Did you do this? Did you do this? This is ivory, bitch. It's ivory. Okay, so just leave.
Confused? This
Head
ain't
to
war
slums.
science, kid. Go head out to the city, get into the slums, kill 9. Don't forget to get my knife!
We're looking for the gateway to the slums, I guess? Look, it shouldn't be too far. Listen, just follow the waypoint. That's why you're wearing that fancy suit, isn't it? I mean, it's got the augmented reality thing on it, right?
Morty. You don't know why I wear this suit, okay? It may just make me feel comfy, okay,
Murder
Morty?
rates are on the rise. The city's water supply has clearly been poisoned again by Gary the Poisoner. And the mandatory sexual repression chips that we put in our elderly citizens have once again backfired, this time making them far, far hornier than ever. However,
The sexual
there's
repression
something in our
chips?
city far worse than any of those issues. Cold, hard drugs. These figures don't lie. However,
Wow, he called it sexual repression. Oh,
This way,
I need that.
as Chancellor
Meant to
under
go
my
here.
5-year plan, all drugs will be eradicated.
Is it just below me,
And
or-
that's the Klugnugman promise. Thanks to our new Keep Blim City Clean initiative, we've managed to keep drugs like
I'll probably
herbal-
die. I'm just gonna assume that I would die. What am I supposed to do?
able to sow their evil seeds in our fair
Check.
city.
Head to the slums. Oh,
Okay,
here?
that's got to be the way into the slums. Here, let me sweet talk these two weirdos.
Worms?
Hey, kid, excuse me, can we get our, we need to make our way into the slums, please?
No. Hold on. So you really want to get into the slums, huh? Then settle a bet for us.
Come on, don't make him answer this,
No,
man.
I want to know.
It's fine, we'll help.
Okay, great.
No, Morty,
If you
Morty.
saw
Stop
us
volunteering me
at
for
the
stuff.
bar, which of us would you ask out?
Your mom. I'll ask out your mom.
This feels like a trap. I'd rather not say.
Come on, you gotta answer. It's a hypothetical. We know it's not real.
Well, you know,
Hypothetically,
just give us
your mom.
Come on.
Don't be afraid.
Right, Morty? Right, Morty? Your mom. Well, I believe in the Matrix, so I'm gonna go with the blue
guy.
Exactly. That's what I figured you'd say.
Yeah, everyone always says him.
Hey, don't feel bad, man. You're still plenty hot. I'm just hotter. Blue's a hotter color. That's science.
I know. I just wish one time someone would say I'm hotter. You know, I put so much work in. I watched all those skincare tutorials, and I got surgery, so I don't have to poop anymore.
That's your problem.
Wow.
It should be effortless. Everyone can sense all that desperation, all the sadness.
No.
It's
You definitely should have the ability to
I'm
poop.
just
The fact that you
blue, all
can't
natural hot, baby.
is
Is it true?
You should probably get that taken a look at.
Cause? Be honest.
Well, hold on. We take it back. The red one's actually hotter.
What? Are you fucking with me?
Oh my God. Thank you. I am so happy. I really think I'm gonna cry right now.
Hey, you can't change your mind like that. It's
Worm
unfair,
simp.
and it's also stupid because I'm way hotter. You just made a lifelong enemy, pal.
Hop in and out of the slums at your leisure. It's on me. I'm just so grateful you think I'm hotter. You know what? Please
think you're
use
a
my
simp.
door. Use my door anytime you want.
Are you serious? That is fucking amazing. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah,
Get wrecked.
Well, you can't use my door, that's for sure. Dream on! You just lost any chance of ever getting to use my door.
Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, we can use this door and they lead to the same place. Thanks anyway, though.
Yeah. You want to still talk about? No, I want to talk about y'all. Y'all are kind of annoying. Discover
I
two
think we
locations.
handled that as best we could, you know?
Yeah, Morty. I mean, no one cares about worms and where they poop at, Morty. Especially when they can't poop at all. I mean, that's their own fault, okay, Morty? Oh, this is kind of pretty.
I've never been topside.
Oh, Lord.
He's like, no. You can't even talk to him.
Oh, it's a topsider.
Not interested.
Hey,
I don't have any money.
Going down that pipe. Be careful.
Sorry to hear that.
Probably should get that looked at. Oh, I can help. I can't. Oh God, I didn't think he was gonna fire. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Do you want help with that? Or okay, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm okay.
Well, look what we got here. Fresh meat. Hey
Were you-
there, fresh meat.
were you just
Welcome
standing
to the
here?
Slums, fresh meat.
Don't turn
boy,
you
here
into
we
fresh
go.
meat.
Fucking kid. Hey!
What's wrong, fresh meat? You scared of a little?
Whoa, what are you doing? Come on, he's just a kid. Don't shoot him. I am not shooting a kid.
Go
Ow.
ahead.
I will
Do
shoot a
it.
kid,
Shoot me,
Morty.
fresh
I
meat.
don't need
Shoot
you.
me.
I promise.
You shot me. I'm dead.
All right, there. Are you happy now? Well,
Yes.
I didn't think we'd be
Yes,
able to kill
Morty.
him. You know,
Yeah.
killing children in games isn't
Morty.
allowed, but-
Oh no. It's definitely allowed.
Are you
I'm
happy
I'm
now?
okay with that,
Kill
Morty.
the kid.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
kid is dead now.
I will reload and I will
Buddy,
continue to shooting him, Morty, okay? This is happening. This is happening and I'm okay with it, Morty, okay? Just let it go, Morty. Just be at peace with the fact that I am shooting him and I will continue to shoot him. If he pushes me again, Morty, he should not push me. It's for science.
Attention, Blim City citizen. You are wearing a non-registered bounty.
Shit, we gotta take down these drones.
Oh, take him down? Sure. Oh, they really did a lot of damage there. Durashield pickup. Your bounty suit will automatically regenerate your vitals after being damaged. Durashield pickups can be dropped by enemies and will give your suit some bonus protection on top of your normal health. Sweet. Good, because I just got beat up by a kid who's dead. And still dead. Good. Just making sure he's not special. I am naturally evil and I don't know what to do.
So it finally happened. Someone killed my son.
Your son?
Yep, the kid up there who always calls everyone fresh meat.
We are so sorry.
I'm so
Listen,
sorry.
Don't get used to that.
So
We're not
sorry.
killing any more kids.
Hey, Morty, Morty. It may happen again.
No, it's fine. He was 30 years old, so don't feel too bad.
I didn't feel bad at all anyway.
But it's not as bad as shooting like a 5-year-old or something. So don't worry. You just
don't know
did
what I've
regular
done.
murder. And I warned him over and over. I said, don't sit up there calling strangers fresh meat, or some gun-toting psychopath is gonna shoot you dead in cold blood.
Yeah.
You went and did it.
Pickle Rick.
Good for you. Anyway, please, just leave me to mourn.
Jesus.
Oh, my
Your tears sustain me, right, Morty? They sustain us, Morty.
Small amount.
Yeah, you cry for me.
Hey, you can't pass through here. It's 9 Torg's turn.
Did you see what I did to the kid? Did you see? Did you see?
Yeah, right. You kill 9 Torg? Get lost, shitheel.
Well, you made me do it.
Hey, what are you doing? What the fuck? Holy shit, you just killed Jason. Jason's dead.
Yeah, Jason had it coming.
Shit, here we go. We're gonna have to kill some of these Torg foot soldiers to prove ourselves around here. These people think we're weak. Not on my watch.
What are you, some kind
No. People think you're weak, Morty. Everyone knows who I am. They have respect for me. Because of science,
Shit,
Morty.
they're shooting at us. Come on, shoot back. Come on, shoot back.
It's gonna be so
Shoot where, Morty?
easy to kill you. 9 Torg
It's gonna be so easy to kill your mom.
We're the toughest enemies in the game, I guess.
Are you mad at me?
What?
You've been squished.
I can see you.
Can I just jump? Geronimo!
How you like
nice.
the slums? Not great, right?
You got me. Is that? Ooh, that was a headshot.
I guess this time I ruined your picnic.
Yeah, Morty, you tell him, Morty. You tell him. You tell him we can't be on picnics anymore, Morty. I try to keep telling them. They're not ready for this, Morty. They're not ready for this. Yeah. Oh, look at that health boost, Morty. Oh yeah, Rick is superpower now. Everybody needs to run.
Wow, all right.
Yeah, you definitely saw that bullet in your head.
Dogs aren't so hostile. Something must be going on. Let's look around for somebody who can help us.
Probably should not hang around
You
there.
think maybe there's somebody friendly? Oh, hey, you want to see a cool party trick I used to do? Aim me at those platforms. Come on, give it a shot. It'll be fun.
Alright.
Yeah, I told you. Did you see how fun that was? I call it my glob shot. It comes out of my trick hole. All Gatlians have a different kind of trick hole. Mine does this. Boy, you are learning a lot today, aren't you?
That's too much information, Morty. You want to keep that to yourself, Morty. No one wants to know about your glob hole, Morty. And on top of that, why do you only have one? Okay, most people have more than one glob hole, okay, Morty? Something from your room. Do I answer? I'll put it back when I'm done with it, but I wouldn't touch it if I were you. Oh god. Okay, that's how we're going today. All right, cool.
Oh, that's a lug locks over there. There's usually some good loot inside, but we need some kind of sharp device to open it.
Okay. Do I just go down here? Oh, okay, it's just a bunch of those. How do I get back up then? Can I just... Oh, fancy. What does right bumper do? Oh, that's the...
I'm so lonely over here. I got all this great information I could share. I'm just sitting here, fishing away, waiting for someone to come over and ask me stuff. I'm just gonna
Pretty sure there's no
whistle to
fish in there,
myself
bro.
for a bit now, till someone talks to me.
Yeah. Bust a rap, Morty. Morty, bust a rap. Oh man, I thought we was gonna get swiftly. Okay, whatever.
Hello there, friend. Can I help you?
Oh, he sounds nice. What are you doing here? Who is Nine Torg? What's it like living here? Do you know where Nine Torg is?
Do you know how we can get to Nine Torg?
Buddy, all I know is fish, and I barely know fish. But let's just pretend there's a laundromat you can sneak through to get to Sludgeworks over there.
Are we pretending, or is there really a laundromat?
Come on, kid, take the hint. Either we're pretending, or Nine Torg's goons kill me for squealing.
Okay, I got it. We're pretending.
Oh, Christ, just follow that path along the sludge.
So,
What are you
what
doing
exactly
here?
are you doing out here?
Have a full conversation.
I'm fishing. You can tell I'm fishing, right?
Oh, right, duh, of course, sorry. It's very obvious, yes. So, have you caught anything?
No, never
I
have,
just don't
never
think
will.
there's no fish.
No fish can live down here in this sludge.
If
Yeah,
there aren't any fish in there, why are you fishing? What is that? What's going on?
Because I'm still working up the courage to drown myself.
Yikes, wow, okay. TMI, maybe, a little bit.
Talking to you makes me want to drown myself too, so I get it, Morty. I totally get what he's coming from.
So, how do you like living down here in the slums? It's sort of colorful down here, at least.
What? Are you serious? This is one of the worst places anyone can live. You can't see that just by looking at it. It's more sludge than anything else, and the sludge is toxic.
Oof, sorry. Yeah, that sludge does look
but you're
pretty
green,
awful.
right?
No,
So-
the sludge is the best part. It's the quickest way out. Just hop in there and you got a one-way ticket out of here. Imagine if we didn't have the sludge. Then we'd really be trapped. Anyway, yeah, living here is bad.
Good lord.
You're a wise old fisherman. Can you tell
I'm
us
already
a little bit about
invested.
Nine Torg?
Quiet. She's got ears everywhere. Or antennae, whatever ants here with.
Is she really that dangerous? Come on. I mean, she's just one gang lord.
Just one? What about the other 8 Torgs?
Wait, so the 9 and 9 Torg it's a counter? There's 9 Torgs?
Good
9
lord.
clones, yep. And that's just what's left. There used
we
to
kill
be
them all at
even
once?
more of them, but they always kill each other, fighting for dominance over what? This hellhole? This month, 9 Torgs in charge. Last month, it was 14 Torg before they killed her. Now 9 Torgs fighting with 5
You might
Torg.
want to.
It
You might want to
never
go
ends.
back into that drowning thing.
Which
Okay,
one do you prefer?
8 Torg is the hottest.
Hey, thanks for the info, wise fisherman. We'll see you later.
Have a
We
good day
won't,
now.
because you'll probably jump in and in yourself. So, goodbye. This is goodbye forever. And yeah, let's not do this again. All right, let's go, Morty. Let's go, Morty. I think it's over here. It's over here, Morty. We're gonna save the world, Morty. Me and you. We totally can do this, Morty. Glob, whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could do this all day. Doesn't this fucking rule? God, I love spewing big gloopy globs.
Okay. Too much information, Morty. You want to keep that one to yourself.
Yeah, we can't get inside that lug locks without something really sharp.
Can I not? Do I have to? Okay, not that. Nobody told me this was a puzzle game. Let's see. It's 50. This is okay. Come on, this can't. Jesus Christ. Okay, I get that, but how would you open this one? What's this? Okay, nothing. I get that I'm supposed to go that way, but well, even with the glob shot, it's like, oh, I see. Okay, I was about to end myself like that fisherman. Did that work? Oh, it worked. I'm the smartest person alive, Morty. You have no idea. I meant to do that, Morty. I meant to do that. You have no idea how smart I was in order to figure that out, Morty. It took me only a few seconds, where it would take most people hours, Morty.
Hey, what the fuck? Did you just kill everyone?
Hold up, don't shoot. I got an idea. It's another trick up my little slimy sleeve. Try hitting him with my glob shot. Take your time and aim right.
You're gonna
Murder?
kill us now, aren't you?
I gotcha.
Oh, God, please don't. Don't do that. Don't shoot a glob of your goop at us and knock us into the sludge or anything like that. Please
Hey,
don't.
come on. You know what to do, pal.
Morty,
Come
Morty,
on.
we're-
You know
we're
exactly
definitely-
what to do.
we're
You know
definitely
what
doing this,
Poppy
Morty.
likes.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, you know
come
what Daddy
on.
likes
Then
too,
don't
Morty.
kill
Yeah,
us.
let's do it.
You're really strong. You don't have anything to prove. You don't need to
Oh,
shoot us into the
I have a lot to
sludge.
prove.
Don't use your goop globs
I have to
on
do this
me
for
and knock me
science.
in, and don't use your goop globs on him and knock him in. That terrifies me.
I'll
I
knock you
hate
both
this.
in.
I hate trying to have to convince you to not kill us and not shoot us
but I
with
like
your
it.
goop and shoot us into the sludge. I hate having to have this conversation.
I
what
like this
even is that
conversation.
stuff?
Morty,
Is
Morty,
that
we like this
your
conversation,
bodily
right, Morty?
fluids? Is that shit? Are you shooting shit at us? Your green shit. Yeah, that's
Okay, now I really want to shoot
It's
you.
not your shit. It's still like weird. Like, what is it? Is it booger? This sucks. This fucking sucks. You're not gonna kill me, right?
Oh, we're so gonna kill you.
You just said it right? I'm so glad you agreed not to kill me and not to shoot.
All right, you're having some trouble.
That's fine.
We just call it premature attention. No, I'm not even. I
Be
can't.
patient, because it's my glob shot. Whoa, perfect shot! You fucking nailed it! How sick was that? Whew.
And they
Okay,
survive.
I gotta recharge. It doesn't take too long, but it's a little longer when there's enemies nearby. You know, my body gets too tense. It's like trying to piss when someone's watching, you know?
Hey, I know I'm the enemy
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here,
that
but
sounds
was
accurate.
Pretty cool. That was cool.
We're antagonists. You get it? Antagonist? Oh, you're an idiot.
Oh, you're dying
I
for
always
that.
hated Alien Ant.
Oh God.
I'll be honest, I really want you to use my glob shot.
That's gross. That's gross, Morty. I keep telling you, Morty. You definitely have some problems, Morty. I think you're kind of going in a little bit too deep on this whole glob shot thing, Morty. I think you need to let this go, Morty. Okay. These guys are stormtroopers, Morty. They literally have no aim, Morty.
Use my glob shot.
Go,
Just
go,
shoot him
go.
in the air and juggle him. It's gonna look sick.
I don't see a port, Morty. They can't shoot, Morty. Morty. They have really bad aim. Okay.
We're not weak, are we? We're a little weak.
You know, we make a pretty good team. And now, juggle him! Damn, that was close. Look, it's tough. I know it's tough. Just try again. Try one more time. Sorry, yeah, no, my glob shot takes a little longer to recharge when we're in combat. My body's all tense during a fight. You know, my muscles aren't loose. It takes longer to recharge.
I feel it.
Stepped on your ass.
I thought we were
You don't have a melee?
a little weak.
Did I piss you off?
Yeah, little. They're so nice.
Oh God!
In the
this
air
is
and
exactly
to
what I
juggle
was
them.
afraid of. They're all dying. We're getting slaughtered.
Oh, I'll slaughter some more of you.
Please, I think I'll be please.
You shot him. You're really gonna kick Looks like he was die clean only. All right, this has to be the way to 9 Torg. Let's keep
God,
moving.
Morty, you gotta work on your finishers, Morty. That is not cool, okay, Morty? Is he stuck, Morty? Morty, what did you do to him, Morty? Morty, I don't think he's coming down, Morty. Morty, should we help? I feel like we should help, Morty. Okay. Use your glop shot, okay, because you want to use it so much, and get this. Okay, that's a no. Okay, we're just gonna pretend this didn't happen. Okay, I'm sorry, okay? Okay, he just does this sometimes. I'm sorry. We're just gonna walk away, okay, Morty? That's a bit much.
Whoa, hold up a bit. Let's listen.
Lined up and everything. They're gonna be here any minute. Just patient.
Oi, fuck you! I'm sick of this. I want to tear through someone's guts.
Oh, I think they're talking about Gene's knife.
Fuck you!
Sounds delicious.
Freak. We've had enough of your bullshit.
Yeah, it's your fault Stevulax is dead. I was in love with him. Did you know that? I loved him. And now his head's cut off.
Just the way it should be. Fuck him!
Hey, guess what? I have another secret trick you can use. The power of negotiation. Let's try reasoning with these guys. Knock on the door. Tell me how you want to play this.
Morty,
Fuck you, insufferable
Morty,
fucking
in the
cunt.
history of you being born, have you ever seen
You're
me
not gonna
negotiate
wanna
with
see
anyone,
what
Morty?
kind of shit's gonna happen.
Fuck you! I should just toss you into sludge.
Baby, ignore him. He's just trying to get to you.
Thanks, hon. You really know how to calm me down. You know, now that I think of it, it's kind of a good thing Stevulax died, because I found you, right?
Aw, babe, I love you too.
Oh, cool. They're in love. That's nice.
Ugh, yuck! Don't do that in front of me. Get a fucking room.
Fuck you!
Good God.
Huh?
Shoot
Who's
him in the
there?
face, Morty.
Who are you?
Hey. Hello there, friends.
Oh, I think it's the
Morty,
buyer.
just
Are you
just
the
lie to him,
buyer?
Morty. I'm your mother. I'm your lover, Stevulax, back from the dead. Oh, this is so happening.
It's me, your lover, Stevulax. I'm back from the dead.
What? Oh my god, baby! You're alive! Your voice sounds different. No.
Yeah,
play along.
I'm
No
here.
shooting.
I came here because,
Wait.
you know, I missed
You're
you
not
so
my
much.
dead lover, Stevulax. You're just a person. Oh, what a good trick. You tricked me. Nice job.
They told us this buyer was a real prankster.
Oh, you. Come on. That was pretty fucked up. That joke is gonna fuck me up.
You got him good. Okay, though, but enough of that. Let's show them the product.
What?
All right,
The
here's
hell
the product.
is
a
that?
genuine talking knife. I gotta be honest with you. He's a real piece of shit.
He's extremely violent. He basically only talks about wanting to kill people in very disturbing ways.
Fuck you! I'm gonna carve
to be
out
fair.
your anal cavity. Gonna make it 3 times as big. Your shit's just gonna drop right out of there.
See what I'm talking
I
about?
only talk about killing
Perfect.
people.
That's
so
exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah,
That's
great.
exactly
Go ahead.
what we
Feel free to
want, right,
inspect
Morty?
it. Try him out. See how he feels in your hand.
Yeah, fucking free me. Let's go. Let's go psycho on these fuckers.
Psycho. I'm so down. Let's go, Morty.
Oh, fuck yes, thank you. Pleased to meet you. I'm Knifey. Now use me. Let me fucking stab these cocksucking ants.
Oh, just a reminder, don't do anything crazy when you're holding the knife. Just like look at it, see if you like it, put it back. Yeah, thank you.
Fuck yes, fine. Yes, fuck yes. More. I need more stabbing.
Yeah.
Listen, point me at your raw, fleshy little tummy and jab me right into there. Let's get all those guts torn up. Let's see that fucking red goop spill out. I can't stop
Jesus.
now.
That's a pass for us. Is this really
Call
the
it
knife
Mr.
Gene was
Satin.
talking about?
Gene?
Jesus
Did you just say
Christ.
Gene? Okay, change of plans. Bring me to Gene so I can fucking decapitate him.
Wait, what? Why?
Yes, let's go.
You.
Oh, that's rich. There's no way I'm forgiving him, though, for leaving me with that fucking Nine-Torg. He's dead to me.
Huh? You know Nine-Torg? We're trying to kill her.
Oh, perfect. Finally, we're on the same page. Let's kill
He put blood on my carpet. I want to kill him too. Let's do
Definitely
this.
Nine-Torg, but let's put a pin in the whole Gene thing. How do we get out of here?
With my tether ability. I'm more than just a knife, you racist. I can tether too. Look up and latch on. Yeah, there we go. Fucking cool, right? You gotta use me to swing across this sludge. Oh, fuck yeah! Not as good as stabbing, but still pretty good.
Well, all right. Where to next?
The Sludge Works processing plant. Nine-Torg was talking about some traitor she had to deal with. Probably another one of her clones. 5-Torg or 6-Torg or whatever. I don't know. There's too many now. There's too many Torgs.
How many clones are there?
Who the fuck cares? Stop thinking so hard and just look for the big Sludge Works sign. I want to stab somebody.
I want to stab somebody too, Morty. This feeling is mutual, Morty. Oh, you can just straight jump to it. That's pretty sweet. Hey, if you're actually still alive and find my knife, don't listen to anything it says.
So you mentioned that Gene
we're
gave
listening.
you to Nine-Torg?
Hey, try to gamble me away in a game of space poker. That second
Oh, this is-
step. Can't wait to stab all 3. Oh, a lug locks. Use me. I can open
Yes.
those fuckers up real good. And there's loot inside for you too. Win-win.
Oh, this is happening.
Yes.
This is so happening. Where do I go? Oh, it was just that? Okay, whatever.
What happened to Gene? Didn't he used to be a hero?
Yeah, used to be. Hard to tell these. Towards the end, the only thing I was cutting for him was sandwiches. Not even the good ones. Peanut butter sandwiches. And no fucking jelly. Not even like ham or anything good.
He was using a stabby knife to cut sandwiches? That sounds about right. Oh, this is clean. This is clean. This is nice and smooth. Where do I go?
Oh, they look stabbable. Use me on them. I want. Oh, yes! Oh, do this every time. Never
This is happening.
alien again. Please, just use me for killing now. Make it a knifey only, any percent run.
Don't run.
There's some Gatterall. That'll fill me back up.
No one cares.
Come on!
Stabby, stabby.
Grab the Gatterall.
What? I didn't grab it?
Do you not see the Gatterall? You use your scanner. Like, I need that. I need it. You know? I mean, listen, if you're not going to pick up the Gatterall, I'm just going to keep going.
What?
Come on! What are you waiting for? Grab the... Whoa! Thank Jesus. Okay, feed me that Gatterall, baby. Come on, put it in my little mouth.
Equip a mod? What do you want me to do? I'm sorry, this is too much for me. Gatterall is actually a pretty common fruit. Most aliens don't even have a name for it, but on Gatless, it's known as the perfect on-the-go food to recharge and build some energy. Feed it to your Gatlians in the middle of combat to skip the cooldowns on their trick hole abilities. Okay, all right. What do you need me to do? Just, how do I feed it to you? Press RB.
Are you trying to catch me or Mama mia? That's the stuff.
It's like when Goku gave Cell a sensu bean. so it was like, oh, that's some good shit, and powers up. That's exactly what it reminds me of. Oh, this is happening. Can we shoot?
Oh, Sludge works. Nine Torch should be here.
Stabby, stabby.
Oh, brother.
Oh, this is so. Get you. Lob shot. I think I'm kind of getting the hang of this game. Time to go stabby, stabby. Come here. Come. Yeah. Okay, he needs more than one move. Okay, that's just a bit much. Hey, how's it going? What are you looking at? Did he just dodge me? Dodge that, yeah. Yeah, Pickle Rick. You are not ready for this. What just happened? Huh. That was pretty cool. What's over here? Nothing? There's no exploring? This game doesn't do exploring? Pretty sure this game doesn't do... Okay, I guess it doesn't do exploring. Yep, okay, whatever. Let's do this, Morty! You landed on my knife. You landed on my knife, Morty.
Yes, kill, murder.
You landed on my knife, mate.
We're all gonna die. Fighting, but let's just keep going until we all get killed, because why not?
Yeah. Oh, you're so dead. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, right, Morty?
Ooh, okay.
He's dead.
I'm not sure what came over me there. I think I got caught up in the moment or something, but hey, good work.
You got caught
team.
up in the moment.
Let's go get 9 Torque.
let's go kill some more people, Morty. This is what do they call it? It's with blood rage, Morty. That's exactly how I feel, Morty. I feel like everyone that's anywhere near me needs to die, Morty. Okay.
Any last words, 5 Torgs?
Is that 9 Torg talking?
Fuck off! I've always said you were the worst Torg! You know, 7 Torg said the same thing. Right before I killed her.
Damn you!
And you're next.
You got this!
She's supposed to be pretty? I like the lipstick though. Hit wreck, lady.
Wow, we're actually hitting her! Come on, admit it, we're hurting you!
No! Fuck you!
Oh. It's like a Mario boss. Oh god! What a waste.
Jesus, it's so gross you even went in there!
Ow.
Sludge tastes like shit!
Yeah, so stop diving into it! Shit, she's filling the
Oh, this
place
is
with
definitely
sludge.
Mario.
Stay in the air!
Better not fall in!
Hey, I'm still here. You can still use me if you want.
Oh, I've been using you.
I can deflect attacks. Did you know that? I'm not just all about stabbing. Well, I'm mostly all about stabbing and tethering, but I can also deflect attacks. I'll slice them to fucking death. I'll cut their fucking heads off. I'll fucking their limbs. I'll fucking do everything. Into them. I'll cut their fucking asshole off and
She dodged the hell out of that. Oh! Ow.
Flashback!
Man, lady, I see you.
Hey, it's me, 5 Torg! Kill my shitty clone! I'm rooting for you! Ooh, incoming lasers!
Why would you do that?
niceness. We're she on the inside as the rest of them. Let me out, bounty hunter.
Wow, we're having our first real boss fight together!
And we're losing badly.
I'm the strongest out of all the Torg clones! I'm impressed you made it this far. My ant soldiers are extremely strong.
Honestly, I don't think they were. We're new at this, and it was pretty easy to kill them all.
Did someone order a laser?
You can't keep letting her hit you like that.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Vertical or horizontal?
Well, when you put it that way, I'd rather have vertical all day long.
What's it gonna be? Jump or a sidestep?
Stabby, stabby. Oh god, run.
You're gonna die.
Oh, I'm killing you.
Laser
Stabby, stabby. Stabby, stabby. Oh god. I'm sorry. Get rid. Oh! she even with the note!
I'm taking you with me!
Shit, just stay alive. I think she's basically done for.
Good lord, lady. Let it go. Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Hey, nice work killing 9-Torg.
Thanks. Wow, we killed a bounty. How do you feel, bounty hunter? I feel pretty good.
I feel pretty
don't
good.
know if we'd be
Hey,
able to
hey,
pull it
you
off.
want to stab her? You want to stab her? Stab her.
Time
Yeah.
for what?
Time to
Yeah.
find out a piece of her. I'm thinking we go with a full slab of thigh meat, but since it's your first, I'll let you pick.
Jesus, are you kidding?
What kind of bounty hunters don't know that you've got to bring back proof of the kill to get paid?
Oh God.
Oh,
Don't be
cannibal.
such a goddamn baby. I'll do all the messy work. Just go up to a corpse and let me go wild.
Oh God,
Sure.
I can't look. I can't.
I can. Yeah.
Hell, she's a
Pickle Rick.
A fingernail, some spit, maybe a blood sample.
Yeah, sure. Could have, I guess.
Hey, I'm 5-Torg. Thank you for killing my evil clone. I don't mind if you mutilate her corpse, really. It's fine. You did such a good job. That was like off the hook.
You're not gonna take over and end up being just as evil as 9-Torg, right?
Oh, don't worry. Things are gonna be a lot different around here.
So no more crime then?
Oh, not that different then. Technically, all of us Torgs are evil clones, so I'm still gonna do a bunch of crime. But we're cool.
Huh?
Far as I'm concerned, you're a friend of the Torg family and welcome here anytime. An honorary Torg. You can be 10 Torg. Now, if you'll excuse me, my day just became very full.
Well, that's pretty awesome. That makes me happy. Congratulations. Oh God. Stabby, stabby. Oh, that would have been useful in the fight. Thank you for showing me. Oh, hey. Should I probably help her? No? Okay.
Well, hey,
Oh my God.
Are you gonna be okay if we just kind of leave you hanging up there?
Oh, yeah, I can get down just fine. Hanging from ropes feels nice for my species. Hey, it's good for our backs. I'm actually the one who put myself here.
Yo, I think.
Thanks for the rescue. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna hang here for a bit. Yeah, next time you come back, I'll be off being really busy running everything. You know, doing stuff. 'Cause, yeah.
Okay, I can't. I can't stab her anymore. Oh yes, I can.
Feel that, you know.
Oh God. Should I kill her? I feel like I should kill her. She said she's gonna be evil, so I mean that's one less Torg down, right? If I kill 5 Torg and 9 Torg, that's double the bounty. That's the way I think about
Never
it.
should have let you be an honorary Torg. You're minus 10 Torg. Stop it.
Morty, I feel like she's asking for it, Morty.
Come on, that hurt. Actually, this is pretty spot on Torg behavior. Yeah, I made the right call. Oh, fuck! Cut it out! You don't want 3 Torg in charge. Trust me, they are still a literal child.
Okay, one more.
That's right. The numbers denote how old we are, not the order we were cloned, duh. But we grow up really fast. I'm 5 years old, but that's like adulthood for our species. And 9-Torg was basically an old clone.
I feel like this is happening. Can you not heal? Oh yeah. This is,
All right,
this
I guess
is-
you're just gonna kill me. Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay, that was a lot.
I don't think it makes a difference in this kind of a game, but I'll let you live, lady. I'll let you live. Or can I not leave? Oh, I guess I could leave. Forget it. I've never been evil in a game before.
Nice. We killed another boss. I think like a bonus secret boss. Good work.
I called her a bonus boss. Yeah. Let's just make sure she's dead. Stab. Okay, she's dead.
All right.
Fair
go
enough.
Home and turn in our first.
Oh my God, that was something.
Hey, you know that was some
Okay.
pretty solid bounty hunting back there. I mean, don't get too cocky about it or anything, but it was pretty cool.
Morty. I was born cocky, Morty. You have no idea.
I can't wait to see Gene's face when he sees we pulled this off. Let's head back up to the
Oh,
slum
we're gonna
tunnel.
stab Gene. It's happening. Track blood in my house, Morty? You think I'm just gonna let that go? You think Rick is gonna let that go, Morty?
Feel bad.
I don't feel bad at all. Use the radar on the bottom. Okay, we should probably stop. It's about time for us to actually start helping people. There's too much mayhem going on. Okay, we'll just stop here. This is a good stopping point, I think. Fought a boss and stuff. That sounds like a pretty good day. How do you save the game? System, resume. Oh, it's just checkpoints. Okay, cool. All right, then. We'll just quit. Any progress made since the previous checkpoint? Yeah, I'm sure killing 2 bosses back to back is a checkpoint. So we'll just go with that. Oh man, I'm sitting here sweating and stuff. That was entertaining. I'll give you that much. That was it brings out the inner Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in you. Alrighty, all right. Okay. That's what we do with this channel. Oh, that's right. We help people. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to helping people because apparently, that was that was like a lunch break. Alrighty, all right. Let's do this here. Let me. I think I got like maybe 1 day before I need to get myself a haircut, or maybe like minus 1 day because this is getting rough, man. It's getting rough. But when you make videos every day, you kind of have to do things that you don't necessarily want to do. Like, get a haircut. All right, let's do this. Guaranteed no one has this problem. Oh, yeah, that was right. We answered this one, right? Okay, cool. All righty. All right, so we just finished that one up. And let's go ahead and go to work and get this one going. Alrighty, make sure nobody has any questions. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. And let's get to work. I'm gonna pronounce it the wrong way because I'm not even trying to go where I think he wants me to go. So Big Jammo 1563 writes, getting 2 monitors on a 32:9 screen. Oh, sweet. So I have just purchased an AOC Agon AG493 QCX from the First Impressions. Windows isn't great with widescreen monitors. Windows snapping is cool and all, but not being able to separate 2 screens on the settings is not an option. He must have came from Max. This monitor does not have PBP settings where I can connect 2 display cables from my PC and have them display side by side. However, the ratio and refresh rate are all wrong. Each side of the 1080p screen has large black bars around it. The reason I want this feature is for sharing my single 1080p screen on Microsoft Teams. Oh, okay. Apparently the fix is to go through NVIDIA settings and adjust the ratios, but I am yet to find a guide that works. I guess my first question is, has anyone had a similar experience to mine and found a guide that fixed this? Or even better, has anyone had any experience with this monitor and my requirements? If not, is there a viable program have used to be able to get 2 completely separate screens from a single input? Any help would be greatly appreciated. Wow, you asked the right person. Okay. Do I have experience with monitors and Teams and WebEx and stuff like that? Sure, of course I do. But at the same time, okay, so let's think about it. First, let's look up this monitor because I've never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of AOC, but you know, it's been a while since I've heard them actually come out with monitors. Okay, so it is 21:9 or 32:9. And okay, so the panel resolution is 3840 by 1080. So what is that, 1920 by 1080? So it's basically 2 1080p screens, and they both have a refresh rate of 144 hertz. Okay, so he doesn't have the ability to put in 2 inputs and split it. I guess my first question is, okay, well, here's the thing. The way Teams works and the way most of those work is they just basically go off of which screen you have. So you may only be able to, there's a couple features, right? So on Teams as well as WebEx as well as several other options, they have the ability to record the screen as well as record the application. So in this particular instance here, if it does not show it as a second and completely different input, then you're going to have a problem sharing that and having Teams think that it is a second monitor if it's not really a second monitor, right? Because the way it looks at monitors is based on inputs and cables that are plugged in. So if you only have one cable split between 2 screens, it's not going to see that. Nor is any other application going to see that. Like when it comes to like Teams or anything that's similar to Teams, they're just not going to see it like that. Now, you can, for Microsoft Teams, be able to share it as an application and move the application over to a different screen. So you may have to go that route. If Teams doesn't have that option, I know WebEx does, but essentially you have to basically just share applications whenever you're trying to do something like that. I've run into that kind of a situation with on Macs. There is a application called Snap It, and what it allows you to do is basically, instead of you having only a right and left snap on Macs, you can actually do corners. So you can put it in the top corner and it'll create a 1x4, and then you can do bottom right, bottom left, bottom right. But not only could you do that, you can do that with 2 monitors like what you have going on here. So essentially you can have 2 monitors side by side, but you can literally have 8 screens within it. So it can go top left, top right, bottom right, and then top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And you can do that on Macs with Snap It. Now, there's applications that will allow you to do that on Windows as well. I'm not sure how good they are. I know Snap It was pretty good, but it was pretty buggy once you get to the 3rd monitor. Once you get to the 3rd monitor, all bets are off. But on the second 1 to 2 monitors was actually really good. But in this case here, it wouldn't matter because you can't expect the application to know that you're using another application to split the screen. Does that make sense? So because of that, it's not going to show it in the way that you're wanting because it's not a second input. It doesn't see it as a second device. Now, if there were 2 inputs plugged into 1 monitor and you were able to swap it that way, then that will probably work because it'll see it as a second input and a second monitor altogether. But you splitting it in software, I doubt that Microsoft Teams or any other software will be able to see it. I think you're just going to have to share the application in this one. So I can answer this. So unfortunately, this is a software split, and typically programs like Teams don't see it as it's not a true secondary input. The workaround would be to share the application you are trying to show your colleagues as opposed to the entire screen itself. Yeah. Software splits, man. When it splits in hardware, it's very hard to also get other programs to obey. Like even if you think of like Chrome, right? Chrome doesn't obey it either. You have to have another software to tell it to go into those different corners and stuff like that and to obey it. So it doesn't, most programs don't naturally do it. You have to rely on a third-party program in order to get it to do it that way when you only have 1 input going into it. So it's very difficult to ask an application to rely on another application to split a screen. You see what I'm saying? It's much easier for you to have multiple inputs and it just uses the second input. So I think you're giving Teams too much credit. I don't think it's going to be able to do something like that. That's a hard ass. That's a hard ass for most programs like that, or team sharing programs like that. So I hope that helps, bro. Hope that helps. Jamo will go with that because that's safer. Alrighty. So this is from Spax123. Spax writes, tried resetting my girlfriend's PC and it's been stuck on 35% for over 6 hours. I tried resetting my girlfriend's Windows 10 PC as she's been having several issues with it, and it runs like crap even though its specs are similar to mine. It's been stuck at 35% now for over 6 hours. The hard drive activity light is flashing briefly once every second or so. I could just download Windows 10 on a USB drive and manually install it that way, but wouldn't she then need her product key? I have yet to meet a girlfriend who doesn't have a laptop. I have yet to meet a girlfriend that doesn't have a laptop, which essentially means the CD key should be on the underneath of the laptop or hard coded into the BIOS. Therefore, if you install the version of Windows that originally came with the laptop, the key should automatically be put in, or you should see it on the bottom. But yeah, USB wipe. Yeah, that's an easy one, man. It's rare that you run into girlfriends or just, you know, people in general, women in general, that have straight desktops. They usually have laptops. So we'll go ahead and assume that she has a laptop. And it also kind of fits with this whole 35% over 6 hours and the fact that it's slow and stuff like that. That sounds very reminiscent of a laptop. So yeah, I would say because she has a laptop, more than likely the CD key is hard coded into the BIOS or it's underneath the laptop, in which case he should be able to just look at whatever version of Windows it came with it and install that particular version and then get the key from the bottom or the BIOS. So I hope that helps, Spax. I'm sure he'll let me know. Alrighty, is this one of mine? Okay, no. Alrighty, this is from Suspicious. You're making me suspicious, Holmes. It's making me think a lot. Smart guy. Suspicious Trust 1396 writes, PC issue. Why is Bing so slow? If I had that answer, I'd be working for Google. I just got a network adapter today and I'm trying to download Google, but Bing is so slow and saying DNS isn't found. Okay, well, that's different. I just got a network adapter and I'm trying to download Google, but Bing. Okay, well, that's not Google's fault. So that actually isn't Google's fault. You may not have a DNS address. To fix this, go to Start, Control Panel. I feel like a 3-year-old every time I type when I'm trying to type in arrows because I don't know where they're at. So I always have to look at the keyboard like I'm a child. Network and internet, and then change adapter settings. Click on, he got a new, what did he say you get? Network adapter. He didn't say if it's Wi-Fi or, well, okay. Yes, you can have a wireless network adapter or a actual physical network adapter, but I'm assuming he means wireless. Click on the adapter that you're currently using. I don't know what it is currently using. Hit properties, TCP IPv4, then settings, is it settings? Properties? I think it's properties. Then properties, and change the DNS IP to 8.8.8.8 and 8.8.4.4.4 and reboot the PC. It's easier to say that than to sit there and be telling people to flush DNS. That's just too much work and too much to type. I'd rather not. System and security. No, not system and security. I'm sorry. Network and internet. Network and sharing center. Change adapter settings. Right click. Properties. TCP IP4. It is properties. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. All right. Suspicious trust. There you go, bro. Yeah. If you're having a DNS issue, then yeah, you're just having a DNS problem. So I would tell, okay, so there is a part of me that'd be like, okay, shouldn't you tell him the IP config and put the information into the chat so that people can know whether or not he's having that problem? Yeah, but I don't feel like typing all that. Can also check this by, I say that and then I do it, going to command prompt. By going to start, command prompt, start, oh my God, typing command prompt, then in the window, IP config, I'm sorry, space / all, and there it will let you know if you have an IP and DNS. More than likely not, because you're looking for a driver. So you may have to plug in this device directly to get network connectivity or use your phone, etc. Of course, nobody saw that. Neither did I. Okay, cool. We'll do it that way. I didn't want to. I was being lazy. I don't have a better excuse for that. Yeah, you could just. Yeah, that's way better option. Well, they're both good, but I mean, this is good for the future. This is good for now, but I just didn't feel like typing it. But yeah, that's true. That's what you would do for this kind of situation. You would just point them in the right direction, tell them to type in ipconfig, and /all to get the DNS information. And then after that, then he should be able to figure it out. Like if he doesn't have anything for the DNS, then he can go ahead and do that top one. All right, we'll leave it like that. Let's see if he can figure it out. And he'll probably get back to me if he's unable to do that, and we can just kind of guide him that way. I kind of want to. Oh, okay, fine. We'll do this. There. I'm going to start command prompt. Save edits. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do it. So basically, you kind of give him the directions to go in. You know, it was reversed before, so now it actually is the full information. I swear to God, if this man replies with "okay," I'm I'm gonna flip this whole freaking table. You know how long it took me to write that paragraph? 3.5 minutes, sir. I want a response. I don't want it to be as long as mine. It's just like when you be chatting a girl or your whoever you're into, and you be like chat a full paragraph and they reply with LOL, and you want to hit them with your phone. That's exactly how I feel. If he replies with LOL, I will give up all hope with humanity and just think that this world is doomed. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I wish you would type LOL or okay. Then we fighting. Like, I will give up with helping people. Like, it's just, you can't help people at some point. If they just type like one word, it's just, I'm sorry, that's just me getting frustrated with something that hasn't even happened yet. Oh man, what is up with these names? I feel like every time I look at these names, I'm saying something racist or discriminatory or something negative. Okay, we'll call him The writes Windows issue. So I've activated Windows on my PC, and it keeps saying to activate Windows even on the bottom right corner. It got any ideas? Yeah. Where did you get the key from? If it is dubious. I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel like it's the right word, so we're gonna use it. Because I'm thinking of dubious disc from Pokemon, but I'm just thinking of the word dubious now. If it is dubious, I would suggest to call the Windows activation number and activate it that way. And this way, if the key was used on another computer, you can essentially move it to this PC. Yeah, I'll go with that. You know, there's not a whole lot you can really play with on that, and the more you play with it, the more you kind of get on the unsavory side, I guess is the best way to say that. So with this one here, just, you know, try to do it from the phone to see if that will actually get it to work, and just go from there. Because, you know, I'm not trying to put this man on Front Street. I get it, the whole CD key situation. I mean, we've all been kids before, and trying to upgrade to Windows 7 or 8 or something like that, and not being able to afford it, and trying to figure out a way around it. So, you know, we've all been young, man. So I'm not even about to put this man on Front Street. So it is what it is. Try to do this and see if that'll work for you. Alrighty, V. Hope that helps. All right, let's go ahead and go to the other one. Somebody I can actually say their name. Lachi Duda. Lachi Duda writes, how time is it? Oh, it's 9. Okay, that explains why I only have 5 left. I was like, okay, am I speeding through this? I feel like this is a speed racer or something. Okay, Lachi Duda writes, PC Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi signal on my iPhone is 5 bars, and then I look on my PC in the same place, and it's 2 to 1 bars. and sometimes it isn't even there. Occasionally, it will let me connect to 1 bar signal, but most of the time it reads can't connect to this network. Please help. I am so confused as to why this is happening. I try to watch YouTube or do anything really, and my Wi-Fi will be slow and suddenly disconnect me. Sure, I'll help you. So, PC. I feel like when you say PC, you mean laptop. When you say PC, do you mean laptop or desktop? And we'll do it like this. Laptop, let me scroll down so everybody can see. Laptop, space, if it's possible, your wireless card may be going out or is weak. Therefore, you may need to purchase a Wi-Fi dongle. These are fairly cheap to see if that resolves the issue. So, you know, I know, you know, a lot of people may give him grief, you know, because it's like, okay, well, why are you telling this person to spend money? Because usually I don't do that. Usually I'll try to support the issue, but his issue is Wi-Fi connectivity. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do outside of updating the driver. So I will say that towards the top here, you know, to try to update the wireless driver. Okay, here, I'll say it here. For starters, you can try to update the drivers on the laptop to see if that helps. But it's possible your wireless card may be going out or is weak. Here's the reason why I didn't say that originally and I just started typing. How often does a Wi-Fi upgrade lead to a better signal connectivity? It's so rare. Like if you only have, if you see yourself with 2 bars and then you upgrade the drivers, and that usually doesn't give you more bars, because that typically means that your range between where you are and where the router is weak. But you upgrading the software won't make the range weak. That's usually a layer 1 issue. That's usually physical. So typically you can't expect software to make something that's physical better. But or an issue that starts off physical better. You see what I'm saying? You're kind of too far up in the layer stack. But so that's the reason why I kind of didn't really even think about it being an option. But, you know, to be fair, we can say that. And those are fairly cheap to see if that resolves the issue. Desktop. Now, if it's a desktop, you want to make sure you have the antennas on the back of the PC plugged in. Oh, plugged in. Wow, that is tacky. Screwed in. Screwed in and facing the direction of the router. If one of them is broken, then you would need to replace the antennas or pick up newer ones that are bigger. Antenna. If this doesn't work, see laptop description, laptop statement. Yeah, we'll do it that way. We're going to be here all day trying to figure out how to spell antenna properly. But yeah, if it's a desktop, you want to make sure you have the antennas on the back of the PC screwed in and facing the direction of the router. If one of them is broken, then you will need to replace the antenna or pick up newer ones that are bigger. If this doesn't work, see laptop statement, which would be to replace it with a Wi-Fi dongle. So that's kind of how you do it if it's a laptop or a desktop. I wanted to put them both, that way most people can see, you know, how you would troubleshoot this, regardless if it's a laptop or a desktop. It sounds like it's a laptop, so we put it first. But yeah, you can also say, hey, you can go ahead and update the drivers. But when it comes to desktops, typically desktops drivers for networking adapters are typically installed by Windows on default if they have anything new. That's going to be Windows 10, Windows 11, stuff like that. If they have anything new, those drivers are going to be installed on by default. Laptops may have drivers that are untraditional, so that's the reason why I said, okay, you can maybe try for an update, because the manufacturer may have come up with something new if there's some kind of bug or something. But I really don't think that's going to help with your Wi-Fi connectivity. Now, if it was, you know, the dongle's not showing up in the device manager, or if it's like the dongle is showing errors or something like that, then yeah, I would say then a software update may be in order. But you know, it just really sounds like you're having connectivity problems, and a Wi-Fi dongle will do you good regardless if it's a laptop or desktop. So you know, I think that's kind of the best way to handle Lachi. So Lachi, I hope that helps Mr. and or Mrs. Duda. So let's go ahead and go to the next one here. All right, cool. So yeah, we got another reply. All right, so this is this back and forth that we've been having with Retro Champions for the past, I don't know, 4 days. So Retro Champion was saying that his PC is connected to the internet, but not allowing me to access the internet. Every other device is connected to the internet. My PC has worked fine for the past month until today, where it's connected, but I can't access anything. Any way I can fix this? So for this one here, I would start by rebooting your router. I understand no one else has this issue, but it's a good start. Also, is this PC wired or wireless? And he said, what do you mean by wired or wireless? There is no cable. As in, I probably should have figured this out. That was stupid. When he said that there is no cable, I should have known what he was talking about. So that's on my part. I was probably sleepy at this point. As in, is it connected via Wi-Fi or plugged directly into the router? I should have said that. I'm sorry. And then he said connected via Wi-Fi. And then I said, okay, so if you plug your computer directly into your router, does it give you internet? Are there other people also connected to this router? Do they have the same issue? And he replied, if I plug my computer through a hotspot, it works. My laptop also got the same issue, but it worked after I connected it directly to the router, right? So that might work for my computer as well, correct? Other people devices are working. Yeah, try restarting the router and modem did not work, unfortunately. Yeah, plug it in directly to the router and let us know the results. Okay, could we IP config them like we did with the other person? Yes, but I also asked this person the difference between wireless and wired, and he said, what do you mean? You see what I'm saying? And that's not to cast shame on him. It's that trying to direct him on how to get to IP config through a chat that we only reply back and forth to each other every, I don't know, I do this every day. So, but at the same time, that was 14 hours ago. So this man's probably asleep. So, you know, it's going to be real hard to do. So I would be a little bit better off just saying, hey, plug it in directly to the router and let us know if it works. It should. He said that it also works whenever he plugs it into a hotspot. So the router should definitely work. I just think that he's maybe having some issues with his Wi-Fi and it's not actually getting him a DNS IP address. Actually, I can just explain to him the issue. But I think that what is happening is you're not getting a DNS IP address when on Wi-Fi. He said when he connected to his hotspot, it was fine. You said when you connected to your hotspot, it was fine, meaning the wireless is good. So essentially, you have Wi-Fi connectivity issues between router and PC. Crap. I really hate to do this. I'll just leave it like that. Actually, I don't even want to put that there. So when you connect to the hotspot, it was fine, meaning the wireless was good. So more than likely, this is the reason why I'm keep going back and forth on this is because I'm trying to play chess when he's playing checkers, right? I'm trying to think 2 steps ahead, and I don't want want him to put him in a position where it takes him a while. It's like, okay, well, cool that I can identify my issue, but how do I fix it? You see what I'm saying? Well, what I really want him to do is plug it directly into the wall and let us know if it's working. I'm sorry, not the wall, but the router. That lets us know that everything is fine. But he also mentioned that his laptop was having the problem too, so I think he just has a faulty router. It's connectivity, and you may just have a faulty router, or it may need an update, which you made an update. You should be able to look up a guide for updating the driver on the router. We know it's not his Wi-Fi card if his phone works with it, right? So we already know that. So if we already know that, we don't have to go that far with it. But yeah, with this one here, this one's pretty straightforward. You should be able to look up a guide for updating the driver on the router. So yeah, router issue, more than likely. All right, Retro Champions, I hope that helped, man. Our back and forth has been long, but I'm hoping that we reached the conclusion, the ending of our conversation there. Alrighty, Retro, man, it's been nice knowing you. I think that points you in the right direction. Now he could come back and be like, how do I update the driver for my router? And I may just, if he can give me the information, I may just point him in the right direction. But I don't want to go too far with it where I'm actually updating his router for him, because if something happens, I don't want to be held liable. So I think that's just kind of where you end it. But yeah, just from his information, I think we've already kind of identified his issue. It's pretty much up to him at this point. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. Oh yeah, this is another one. Okay, I try not to do like too many back-to-backs like this where I actually already replied, but this is fine. We'll go ahead and do this one too. So it's Chip. Chip, hey man, hey, Chip from yesterday writes, monitor will randomly go out and will need to reboot to work again. All right, cool. So we're not about to read all this because it's huge. Let me see if I can find the details. Okay, so here's what happened, right? So this man had an issue with his monitor going in and out, right? He was using a DVI to HDMI adapter. He took it to Micro Center, and Micro Center wiped it for him because he asked them to. They gave him his computer back and told him everything was fine. He took it back home with the DVI to HDMI adapter, and he still had issues, okay? I told him to remove the DVI to HDMI adapter and plug it directly in. He replied saying that he had one monitor connected with DVI and the other monitor connected with HDMI, and he still had the issue. I replied to remove the DVI monitor and just plug in the HDMI monitor and see if you have the issues. He said he did. And I think that's where we are. Yes. So even with one monitor, this issue still happens. His replies come in on my watch. So like I saw his reply, but I was like, okay, obviously, I'll wait for my stream in order to actually talk about it. So let's think about this one here. So with one monitor, he still has the issue. I wonder, I ended up buying 2 new monitors to replace the ones that I was using prior to see what was going on to fix it, but obviously didn't. Some more details I have. My monitor's plugged in via DVI and HDMI, and I've tried different cables and replaced those as well. My graphics drivers are all updated. I reseated my GPU to see if that would fix it. I've tried different outlets in my office and around the house. I've tried, so I'm losing track of what I've done, but I think I've done everything else. I will edit more in. All right, so what I can say to him, okay, so unhook the HDMI monitor completely and just plug in the DVI monitor. Does it give you the issue now? That's going to answer it, okay? Because if it gives you the issue now when you plug in the DVI monitor, then you're kind of looking at your graphics card or a 2 faulty monitors. But, there's also the option of just taking it back to Micro Center and being like, hey, okay. You can also force this issue on Micro Center and say that after the reimage, you still have the issue, they should be able to look at it for free. If they want to charge you, then bring it back and we can continue shooting. There we go. We'll play it that way. I typically, okay, this is what you call taking ownership of a case. I wasn't trying to take ownership, but you know, I think we can pretty much figure it out after this one here, because you know, if he plugs it in, he has the DVI just going directly into it, and that's the only one, and he just has DVI, and DVI gives him a problem too. Okay, well, at this point, you're only looking at graphics card and monitor, and you've already gone through 2 monitors, but Micro Center told you they didn't have a problem. So now somebody's lying. so either it's going to be your graphics card or it's going to be your monitor, but that's pretty much where we are. So even though I'm taking ownership, there's really only one more chat left. It's him telling me whether or not the issue is with the DVI or if it's not with the DVI. So if he says, hey, you know, I tried the DVI and I still have the problem, it's like, okay, well, now you're looking at a graphics card, unless you want to admit that, you know, both of your monitors may be faulty. So, you know, he said he's already tried different cables and he's tried to reseat the graphics card. So, you know, it's a possibility that his monitors may be faulty. But for 2 monitors to be faulty, the chances of that is super low. It's like less than 5%. So, you know, it is what it is though. But yeah, there's only one more chat after this. So taking ownership of this case is not that big a deal. All right, Chip Man, I hope that helps. I'll probably hear from you tomorrow. All right, man, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. What time is it? 9:08. All right, so we'll do one more here. Actually, let's just do this. We'll go ahead and finish these up, and then we'll do some gaming, and then we'll finish up for the day. We'll do it that way. That way, everybody who wants, because I know some people who come here, they come here to ask questions or technical questions, or they come in for the technical part. But then there's other people who watch my stuff on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and they come for the gaming part. So it's hard to mix them. But yeah, I'll just do these next 3, and then I'll go back to playing a game for the next 30 minutes, and we'll end it that way. Alrighty, this is from J. Ray. J. Ray writes, need suggestions on a new build mainly for MSFS and Assetto Corsa. I don't know what those words mean, but sure. Hi all, need some help on building a new system or upgrading, primarily focused for Flight Simulator. Okay, I know what that is. Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa. Oh, okay, so it's a car racing game. Okay, cool. It's one of them car racing games. Boy, do I be showing my age in this videos. I am planning to retire my current system, i7 8700K, delit it, overclocked to 5 gigs. Oh wow, that is nice, man. I don't know why. 32 gigs of DDR4, 3200 megahertz. I will reuse this set on the new build, not looking to jump to DDR5 platform just yet. I respect that. A delitted 8700K, 5 gigs, man, you good. 1080 Ti. You're still good. I'm not looking to spend a whole lot right now. Preferably keep it under 1.5K if possible. Maybe 2K if I see that it's worth it. Current add-ons I run, for those familiar with MSFS, he has a PSXT, Real Traffic AIG liveries and models, or sometimes I use FSLTL, FS Realistic, FS2 Crew, GXX Pro. Oh, he's into this. Main aircraft I use 99% lately. I also use a lot of add-on airports like Fly Tampa, main airport I use, and like inbuilt clacks. I have tons of mods for Assetto Corsa, and I use Content Manager, and I use custom shaders patch along with filters, and usually run full grid on track days. Holy crap, this man, hold on. I can't give him something that's bad. Hold on, let me just go down here. Okay. Well, what I'm thinking about is I'm trying to debate on if Flight Simulator and this Assetto Corsa game may actually be CPU bound, because of the way he's talking about shaders and stuff like that and the airplanes that he uses. I know a graphics card, like a great graphics card, is great for those games, but I'm not 100% sure if they utilize CPU more heavily than a regular game, because I don't play those two. So I'll have to research for a second, but it won't take me long. I was looking at options such as the 5800 X3D, but I started steering towards the i5 13600K. But then the i7 3700K seems more useful with the extra cores and paired with a Z690 board, as I use it for other purposes, Lightroom, Photoshop, streaming. Okay, so now he uses Lightroom, Photoshop, and streaming. Well, Lightroom and Photoshop are very memory intensive, and so is streaming. You know, well, streaming isn't necessarily memory intensive. Streaming is hardware intensive depending on the encoder. But this is sounding like a NVIDIA all day long, because NVIDIA is great with Lightroom and Photoshop with its encoders, and then HVANC is great with streaming. So, you know, okay, cool, you can say AB1, but I don't really think AB1 will be the ideal way to go on an XTX with this particular build, unless I see something otherwise when I look up Flight Simulator. I'm also, yeah, he's in the same ballpark as me. So I'm also looking at upgrading the GPU shortly after. Some options there is a 3080 Ti, 3090, 3090 Ti, 6950 XT, 6900 XTX, and potentially the 4080. Yeah, I would actually have gone with 4080 or 4090 and just called it a day. I literally have no interest in the 4090 as the prices I see are justifiable for me. Correct. Only reason why I said 4090 is because I didn't know, you know, how into Flight Simulator and how GPU intensive it is. I don't remember the stats on Flight Simulator, but we'll see. I play at the, Jesus Christ, I play at the resolution of 3 triple 2K monitors. Oh no, that's not even 3. That's, what is that? 3096, 3096, 3096. So that is 2, what? No, that can't be 3096. Triple ultra wides. Okay, yeah. So triple ultra wide monitors. Oh dear God, I'm not even about to divide that by 3, but it's a big number. On occasion, I will be on VR. Okay, bro, this screams like 4090. And the reason why I was thinking 4090 is because he said his budget can be 2K, but his CPU seems like it's strong enough to handle a 4090. Just go 4090. Overall, I feel like the CPU is the first thing I really want to upgrade first. I'm not completely in a hurry to get a GPU as I can get away with 20 to 30 FPS on medium or high with slightly reduced render scales on MSFS, which is exactly why I was saying 4090. On AC, I get about a close to CPU bottleneck with a full grid on lack. I'm also aware that the GPU bottlenecking the system if I decide to keep waiting out the increased GPU pricing, but I would like to see some suggestions or opinions on that matter and the rest of my proposed plans. The goal here is just need smooth and stable with visual eye candy being a bonus. Woo boy. Your rig and setup scream 4090, but your pocketbook screams 4090. Everything you say screams 4090, but you know, I don't know. Okay, well, yes, you'll be reaching a CPU bottleneck. But I don't know if that will, with something like that, bro, your setup is so rare. Assetto Corsa. It's on Steam. So Assetto Corsa CPU bound. Corsa CPU occupancy 99%. Does Assetto Corsa normally uses less CPU? Go into Assetto Corsa's options and go into norm, blah, blah, blah. How to reduce audio latency, CPU and GPU information. CPU board processes can be working at, no, I know that. More CPU usage. AC's engine is most likely limited to the number of threads it can use on a CPU. Oh God, CPU bound in AC. Adjusting graphical settings really doesn't do much because I am CPU bound, so the only solution so far is to reduce the amount of AI, which reduces enjoyment. Okay. I believe this has always been the issue with AC, but until now I played at 60 Hz V-Synced, so it wasn't as noticeable, but pushing high FPS at a relatively low resolution is making things even worse. Some sims like AMS2 are GPU bound on my system, but I still get nice high frame rates above 100, and against AI, races actually feel smoother than in AC. I'm using a 9-year-old system. Okay, this stuff is super old. But I have just bought a 1440p, 1080p, or 144 hertz 1080p monitor. I'm sorry, it's getting late. I have great, very smooth performance alone in a practice session. Okay, however, in a race against AI, my FPS drops. So, I don't know how he felt that. I don't know how he got to the point where he felt that he was CPU bound in AC. Because I can't see him being super CPU bound. I don't know. Honestly, I felt that his best upgrade would have been a 4090 solo. Nothing else. Leave everything the same and just upgrade to a 4090 and possibly a new case and power supply. And that would hit him at the 2000K budget. I'm going to be honest with him. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you are a rare case. Personally, what I was thinking since your resolution is so high, it may be best to rip off the Band-Aid and just go 4090 while keeping everything else the same except power supply and possibly chassis. This is predicated on there being a micro center or computer store where you can buy the GPU at MSRP. You see everything he did. Okay, everything he said and did pointed to 4090. Whereas, like yesterday when we were talking to somebody and they were asking us, you know, GPU NVIDIA versus AMD, and I didn't even mention him going 4090, you know, being the best. His issue, 4090 all the way. He said he wasn't in a hurry, right? So he said he wasn't in a hurry, so he's not looking for something that needs to happen right now, so that prevents him from being scalped. And then he said he uses 3 ultra wide angle monitors with 10,000 by 1440 range. So he has a triple screen setup, you know, and 1440p on the vertical. 1440p on the vertical. He has 3 of them. And then on top of that, he plays Flight Simulator, which would also benefit from it. And he said he plays AC, which would also benefit from it. And he uses Photoshop and Lightroom, which benefits from the GPU scaling, especially if he uses like Premiere Pro. That's excellent with it, especially whenever it comes time to render. And then on top of that, he also mentioned that he streams, which is great with HVAC. So everything he said says 4090. Just get a 4090. This is predicated on there being a micro center or computer store where you can buy the GPU at MSRP. You mentioned you weren't, because I can't spell, in a hurry. So I would say this. If you can get a 4090, that would be best as it fits your setup perfectly. Triple monitors, HVAC for encoding when live streaming, triple monitors, HVAC for encoding, higher frame rates in Flight Simulator, plus all the eye candy. AC may be slightly CPU bound. However, you should be able to play on higher settings than what you are currently playing on. And just get a CPU / motherboard later, or just never until you really need to go DDR5. But honestly, I think your build is fine, just your use case is rare and screams for a 4090. You are literally the enthusiast the 4090 is catered to. The 4090 is catered to. Don't feel bad, bro. Bad, bro. So am I. For real, for real. For real, for real. okay, you can't sit here and post this much stuff, right? And then everything you said literally said, hey, bro, just go 4090. He even said his budget was in the budget of a 4090. And then he mentioned all of the other GPUs and he said everything but the 4090. And then he was like, okay, yeah, I also play at this crazy high version or resolution with triple ultra wides, but still not mention the 4090. And occasionally I use VR. Like, nigga, just get the 4090. Why are we having this conversation? It's like, okay, here's my use case, right? Okay, I stream, I play Premiere Pro, I also edit, I also game, I also run 3 4K monitors at 144 hertz, bro. Do you think I should go with like a 3090? No, go with the 4090. Like, why are we, you're already there. You're like 90% of the way, just finish it. Like, just go with the 4090, bro, and your CPU and memory will be fine until it's time for you to upgrade the next time around. And the next time around you upgrade, go with something that's better than what was currently out right now for the CPU and GPU. Just go GPU power supply chassis with that 2K, because that's enough to pay for the graphics card, plus a chassis, plus a power supply. So get all three of those and just be done with it. And you'll come out right at 2,000. It'll probably be 2,000 with some tax. So probably like 2050, 2098, depending on which power supply you go for, and call it a day. And then come back, 2-3 years from now, and then go with whatever CPU in order to upgrade, and you'll be fine, bro. Like, you're there. Just finish it. Rip off the Band-Aid, bro. It's okay. Now, if the only place where you can get a 4090 is on eBay, then don't do it. But if you can get a 4090 at cost, go with the 4090. I would even say go with the 4090 over the 4080 at this point. So yeah, I'm sorry I got a little riled up, but that just needs to be said. I'm sorry. It's like those, when like guys and they like beat around the bush. Just say what you mean. Like, just, you're already there. Just go ahead and finish it. Rip off the Band-Aid. You need a 4090. You are exactly who they cater it to, bro. Like, I am too, but let's let's admit that we are exactly who they are catering it for. It just rip off the Band-Aid and call it a day. Like, it's okay, bro. I'm with you. So that's gonna be kind of cool if he actually replies, because that was hilarious. So I deserve a reply to that. But yeah, man, I hope that helps. All right, man. So next one is from Captain Fling. Just bought a 4090 Founders Edition. I think I'm bottlenecked. Is there any benefit upgrading to a 7950X or wait for a 7K X3D, which I am very familiar with, and the only reason I'm familiar with it is because I wanted to be able to help people who have these issues on this channel. Current system, he has a 5950X with 32 gigs of DDR4 at 3600 megahertz, and he has an RTX 3080 Ti, and he's running 4K 144 hertz ultra wide. Holy hell! Max settings with ray tracing in AAA games. I do not believe you are bottlenecked, sir. I do not believe you are bottlenecked. Not to the point where the frame rates gained by upgrading the CPU would be so beneficial that it will outscale the cost of upgrading the CPU / memory. It's not worth it. In other words, it's not worth it, because 4K 144 hertz is all about the GPU for the most part. What kind of frame rate are you getting that leads you to be concerned? I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. Not in this build. Because you're talking about 4K 144 hertz, and then he's talking about 5950X and 32 gigs of RAM at 3600 megahertz, and then he says a 4090. So sure, upgrading to an AM5 would help him with this build, but he also gets the issues that come with upgrading to the 7950X, like I've been having, like power issues and it overvolting and overspecking itself and then powering itself off and dealing with BIOS issues and updating BIOS constantly. So I don't really recommend this for him. I don't really see a point. If you have the 4090 Founders Edition, Unless he's talking about he's getting some crazy low frame rates, I really just don't see it helping him the way he thinks it's going to help him. What you don't want to have happen, because you got to think about it, man. I paid $600 for an ITX board when they first came out. $600 plus the RAM, which was $500. That's $1,100 just so I can troubleshoot the issues that came with it, so I'll be able to answer the questions when people had them. Like his issues that he's currently seeing with a 5950X, he is so close, and he has a 4090 that a 4K 144 hertz, it's not going to make that much difference. If he upgrades, even if he does, it's only because of the RAM speed. It's not even going to be so much from the CPU. It's just really the RAM. So, you know, you may get, 10 to 12 more FPS, but is that really going to make a difference when you're at 4K 144 hertz? I don't really think so, because I don't know, most people can't see 120 to 144. So that's why I'm just like, if he's getting 120 hertz 9 times out of 10, I really don't see a point in him upgrading just to get another 10 to 12 frames per second. It's just not worth it. I think he's better off where he is. Don't know, depending on what you do. Yeah. I think everyone is going to agree with me on this. And yeah, and it looks like they are. Everybody is on the same page, bro. I don't believe it. I do not believe you are bottlenecked, because I have the exact same thing, and 4K 144 hertz will be a crap for me too. I mean, it won't be horrible, but it's going to be a lot, man. 4K 140 hertz is pushing it. And I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but I mean, obviously it's not Overwatch. It's probably COD. And if it's COD at 4K 144 hertz, well, if you change the settings to medium, you can probably get 144 hertz. I mean, I get like 160 something at 2K. So that means that you should be able to get 144 at 4K if you go down to like high. So yeah, I really don't see, if he goes down to high, maybe medium to high, somewhere in that area, and change his viewing distance to 100%, I think he'll be perfectly fine. So and that's just giving off the frame rate difference between the 7950X and the 5950X. I just don't see it, bro. There's been times where I had to put my CPU to eco mode just to get it to work properly. Like currently it's in eco mode with precision boost overdrive turned off, and what else is turned off? My XMP profile, there's no XMP profile, just so I can prevent it from powering itself off all the time. Like, I'm still troubleshooting it, and I just updated the BIOS over the weekend. Like, you don't want that headache just for 12 frames, bro. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Give it like 2 months and then come back, or 3 months or so and then come back if you really feel that you want that, extra 10 to 15 frames per second that you would get from the higher RAM, the higher speed RAM. But I really don't think you're there, bro. I really don't think it's going to make a difference. And that's coming from a person that has dealt with all the heartache of having that freaking CPU. I miss my 3900X more than I know, because at least that 3900X was stable. I never even had to think about going back into the BIOS once I upgraded it. But now I think about it all the time. All the time, and twice on Sunday, I think about maybe I should upgrade my BIOS, because the worst thing in the world that can happen for me, if you ever want to see me rage, let me lose connectivity while I'm doing a stream. Let that happen, and I will return this whole thing. I'll throw this computer out the freaking window. Like, I cannot stand when things interfere with me when I am in rhythm. Oh, I cannot stand it. If I'm in rhythm and I'm making videos every day and something interferes with that, oh, we got a problem. So I get your frustrations, but I just don't think that they'll be cured by upgrading and spending $1,200 for no reason. Okay, I don't think you're going to get all the frames back that you think you are. You may get 10, but it's only going to be because of the RAM. It won't be because of the CPU. All right, Captain Fling, man, that had me on my soapbox, man. That was a good question. I mean, I didn't got crunk. I'm all excited. All right, man, Captain Fling, I hope that helps. And it just hit 9:30, so we got this one last one, and then we'll game up and we'll finish. All righty. Cool. So this is from Jonas1. Make sure I didn't miss anybody on the chats and talking to me. I don't think I did. Wow, he is fast. He is fast. This is exactly my problem. Oh, I was also trying to reset my graphics card. Okay, this is too much. So we'll just look at those here in a second. Actually, let's just go ahead and look at them real quick. Okay, so we've been talking back and forth. Yeah, DVR monitor connected still happens. Well, bro. Well, bro. You either have two faulty monitors or a faulty GPU. You either have two faulty monitors or a faulty GPU. However, Microsoft Center did not notice an issue. I would personally try to buy a GPU. Any price will do. Swap it out. Any price will do as long as it's what kind of GPU does he have? Price will do as long as the tier and company is the same. Like a 3050 if you have a 3060, etc. As long as the tier and company is the same, then test that to see if it resolves your issue. If it doesn't, return the card. Yeah. It's over. There on this one here. And we were right, you know what I'm saying? Just one more statement and this is over, bro. It's either gonna have the chances of it being two faulty monitors, which is less than 5%, or a faulty GPU, which is far higher. So we're going to assume that it's a faulty GPU. And how do you troubleshoot a faulty GPU? Well, you go buy a new GPU and see if that fixes your issue. And if it does fix your issue, then you know where your problem is. If it doesn't fix your issue, then return the GPU. Yeah, that is it. And plus he has a Micro Center near him. So I would just buy one and see what happens and then return it. Especially, if you can't afford it yet, just go ahead and buy it and then return it back. So yeah, that's how I would do him. It's over on that one. There's no replies to that. That should be the end of it. So unfortunately, this is a software split that typically, this is the one we just did. So we'll finish it then with this. So unfortunately, this is a software split, and typically programs like Teams don't see it as it's not a true secondary input. The workaround would be to share the application you are trying to show your colleagues as opposed to the entire screen itself. Right. Yep, and this is exactly my problem. It would be awkward to try and show VS Code and then the changes it has on my browser, plus Visual Studio instances. At this point, as much as I love the monitor for gaming, I'm thinking of sending it back, and it won't be good enough for my work. Agreed, bro. Yeah, we'll call it at that. Agreed, bro. Good luck with that. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Don't do that. Don't do this. If your job is depending on you sharing your screen and desktop, don't go out of your way to purchase things that may hinder that. Now, of course, he can show his entire screen, but that's going to be a really bad resolution for people who are watching. You gotta understand my background. So I give trainings on things like Teams and stuff like that. So I understand, people being able to see it. A lot of people usually have 1080p or 2K or 4K. And on top of that, whenever you try to share your screen at 4K, people may not be able to see the text. So there's so many different things and nuances you have to think about, especially when that's your job. So yeah, more than likely for him, man, I really think that the only way around that is just returning the product. So it is what it is. He really just needs to, if he finds one that actually has two inputs where you can actually have them split, then I would say go for that. But yeah, until he can get it to be a hardware split, he'll never get that to work. It's just you can't ask that from Teams or any other program for it to split based on software split. That's a hard ask. So yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I feel better. We got some W's today. All right, man. All right, this is the last one. Okay, my foot is falling asleep. Hold on. Hold on, my foot fell asleep. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay. Joelness. Can I go all the way up on this right now? I don't think I can. Maybe I can. I don't know. I haven't tried. But I don't want a live stream to be the first time I try. Instead, oh, maybe I can. Let me see. Make sure nothing's in the way. Yeah, I think I can. Okay, let me stand and we can figure this out. Okay. Let me see. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. All right, bet. All right, so this is the last one. And this is going to be from, oh, that's so clean. And I'm still in the shot. Look at this. This setup is too pro. I'm sorry. But I'm going to have to do a video and show people this setup because this setup is clean. All right, so this last one here is going to be from Jonas. Jonas1 writes, industry standard PCIe extender bracket. I was watching the Gamers Nexus video with the thermal engineer, which I saw that one. That was pretty sweet. So since I am so excited to get my card, and he mentioned that the Founders Edition has support for the standard style support brackets that thread into the card at the front. Clip is linked to the section in the video. I know that with full 3-socket brackets and rigid card sag shouldn't be an issue, but I would like to have a little extra rigidity. That said, I cannot find a place to source these. I don't know if they're available for purchase in a variety of sizes, but my hope is that I can mount it to the perforated panel for mounting fans at the front of my case, since it will be tough to squeeze a fan in anyways. I would go with one of the aftermarket solutions, but hard to find a spot to mount it where it won't be pressing on the fins or something. Bottom of my case has two 140mm fans feeding air into the GPU, so no place to set the foot for the bottom little support sticks. Thanks in advance. I may be the only one wondering about this bracket, but hoping others are curious as well. Thanks in advance. Oh yeah, sure, I can help you, bro. I can help you. Yeah, I saw those brackets, but I didn't need them because the actually mine is in a Meshalicious, and the Meshalicious barely fits it. So so with the Meshalicious, it is basically held because it's vertical, and it's being held by, you know, there's a screw, I think, that's actually holding it in place, and also it can't go anywhere because it is literally the size of the case. So the Meshalicious and the 4090 are literally the exact same size. So it barely fits. So to answer your question, it does come with brackets. I did not use them, so I can show them to you. That way you can kind of get an idea, and I can kind of point him to this stream. So basically it's just these two. So I have the Gigabyte 4090, which is probably the most popular. So I don't see anything else in here, but it only came with these two. So it's these two brackets. It didn't even come with screws, I don't think. Did it come with screws? No. No, so no screws. So it's just this. So I can just go like this and show it to you guys. That way you can see it. So if you need me to go in here. So there is a screw right here, screw hole here, and then it's like this. And then we have this with a hole here and a hole here. Oh man, that is clean, bro. Woo, that lens is pro, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So I can show it to you that way, you know, and that's kind of the way you should take it. I think that it may be okay, but I don't know your setup. I don't know your build. I don't know your chassis, but I will send you the link to this video and you can kind of just take it from there. But yeah, it comes with it. So hopefully that will help, bro. And I'll let him know. I'll put a timestamp of when we did this in the video. What time is it? 9:40? Okay, cool. So, all right. So what we'll say to him is this. Say, hey, hiya, I picked this question up in my live stream. I also have a 4090 and I took out the brackets to show everyone and help with this issue. I am not sure if I can show links, so the channel is YouTube, the Open Forum, live stream from 12-29/2022, and this is going to be at what is this? We started at 7, right? So it's going to be 3 hours and 40 minutes in. 3 hours and 40 minutes in approximately. Oh no, I'm sorry, not 3 hours, 2 hours. 2 hours and 40 minutes in approximately. Let me know if you have any more questions. What a cool issue. Hey, that was cool. I was glad I was able to help somebody on that, man. That's why I kept them out. Like I didn't want to I didn't need them, and I was wondering if anybody else would have questions about it. So I was glad that I at least had them available, so I can just kind of show people. So yeah, you know, that's what they look like. So you know, if in case anybody else was wondering, that's exactly what they are. You know, if he wants a measurement, just let me know, and I can give you a measurement. But that's essentially what they come with. So yeah. All right, cool. I think we just finished up here. I think we helped everybody we possibly can. Anybody else, we'll just pick up tomorrow. Alrighty, so we're gonna finish off. I guess we can play some more of that Rick and Morty game, High on Life, and finish up today. So let's do it. Let's end this on a good note. I am gonna stab some people. That doesn't sound good for a chat. It sounds scary, but let's go ahead and do this. Fun fact, I actually don't run a wireless controller because I lose connectivity a lot whenever I run wireless on Modern Warfare 2, and it makes me drift and you just die. So I don't do that too often. Okay. So which game is this? High on Life. Okay. Can I do this while standing? I think I can. Okay. Actually, you know, we'll do this kneeling. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is a bit much. Okay. I like how it automatically just kicks you in the game. Ah, something's in my ear. Ah, something's still in my ear. Okay, I'm good. Pretty sure it was hairball, never admitted. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, okay, bet. Hey, I know where I am. Okay, so just run around. Yo, I'm about to stab all of those little crates down there. I don't care. I don't care if it's Lizzie. Gene hooked me up with this messenger thing. Okay. He says you're dead, but he's full of shit. Oh, it's crazy. Are you still effing around out there? Can you try to find some food? Is that a quest? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me, Lizzie? Man, I'm hitting all of these, man. Yes! I don't even know what it's giving me, but I'll still take it. Alright, let's get up out of here. Oh. Oh.
I'm not too heavy, am I? I get a little self-conscious. It's just, you know, you're always holding me up and right in front of you, and oh God, I always worry about that. I don't want you to get too tired from holding me or anything.
Just admit it, Morty. Morty, it's okay. It's okay. No one cares, okay? You could be your father, okay? That's worse, okay? Don't worry about it, Morty. You'll be fine. You can adjust how frequently your weapons speak outside of important narrative moments by changing the settings in the pause menu. You can also adjust enemy chatter. Why would I do that? That's the best part of the game. Oh, hey, you can adjust how what people say.
Yeah, my leg's still very broken.
Oh, it definitely looks so. That actually looks like wood. So, you know, maybe you should try some glue, and see how that works. But you look fine. You look fine.
Welcome back to my amazing place.
It looks nice. It looks like you redecorated. So, you know, hey, congratulations to you.
You looking for a new sidekick?
No. Just no. Okay, can you run? Morty, talk to me, okay? Okay, here goes the earthworm gems.
I'm still pissed at you.
Hey, I hope you had a good time in the slums. Come visit any time.
Just don't talk to me.
Let's not kill them, okay?
Don't
I'll
have to
kill
be
him.
this way. As Chancellor, under my 5-year plan, all drugs will be eradicated. And that's the Klugnugman promise. Thanks to our new Keep Slim City Clean initiative, we managed to keep drugs like burgles and space meth out of the hands of our
what's up, homie?
extremely horny geriatrics. No criminal organizations like the D3 cartel have been able to sow their evil seeds in our fair city.
Or do you just not know how to respond to these messages? I don't know how to respond to those messages.
No matter how many surveillance drones we
I don't know what you want me to do.
we simply cannot be
There's like 8
everywhere
buttons.
at once, which is why we need you to tell us if you see anything suspicious.
You need a double jump. Like they said in the game.
Hi, I'm speaking on behalf of horny geriatrics everywhere.
Huh, why is the door closed?
Don't make me come in there. Hey, it's Rick.
You got my munch dash delivery?
What? No, it's us.
Oh shit, really? Good job.
Oh, hold on. Is that Gene? Okay, get ready. I want you to stab me right into his fat little belly.
What we're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
It's just part of life. We're not gonna stop
Let's
having
do it.
sex. We're not gonna stop being horny. That's all. That's my promise. Who does Klug think he is?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I've got wrinkly skin and I fuck all the time. I'm allowed. That's fine.
That TV back there is hilarious.
Trying to make me stop having sex. It's personal.
Oh, now you don't want to talk?
What the hell, Gene?
He installed new locks because he assumed you'd get killed. He keeps saying it's his house now.
What? No, I just took the liberty of upgrading your security. Did you really kill 9 Torg though?
Yeah, we actually did.
Well. Didn't think you had it in you.
How do you
I'll be honest.
How do you feel about sushi, Morty?
Oh, thank you.
How do you feel about sashimi, Morty? Purple sashimi, okay?
I gotta be honest, it felt
with
good.
2
It felt
eyes
great.
instead of
I mean,
3, Morty, okay?
Lift
We're
up
just gonna
that shirt and expose your soft little belly for me.
Yeah.
I'm coming in hot.
Yeesh.
Sushi.
Forgot how psycho he was. Why don't you just hold on to him for now?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll keep him far away from you.
We're gonna have a fish fry.
Now, go turn in your bounty at the Bounty 5000. I got it all set up for you.
No, seriously, let me stab him.
Oh, seriously, you are. Yeah.
Fuck! You have to do everything the fucking UI tells you to do.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck you, Gene, you piece of shit.
Oh, shit, sorry.
It's fine. I've lived through worse.
Okay, he's tough. Let's try again later then.
Oh, let's try again now. Okay, fine. Oh, now you want to talk. No one wants to talk to you.
So, what, you're some sort of bounty hunter now? What are you gonna save humanity?
Hey, stab her.
You only kill the bad guys, not the good ones.
Knifey,
Yeah,
knifey,
pretty cool.
stab
Right?
her.
Are you proud of your sibling here?
I mean, not really, but you enjoy. You enjoy.
Thanks. All right, let's do this. Turn in bounty.
Well, there you go. You're a real bounty hunter now.
Where's
Huh,
A-Torg?
would you look at that? I guess we're really doing it.
Why A-Torg ain't got no bounty?
I don't even
She
have
said she was bad
any
too.
G3 bounties. You ever serious about going after them, huh?
You bet. We'll take them all down, including
Yeah.
Armantuous.
Well,
You tell
you're
him,
welcome to
Morty.
Try, and if you do, you might want to go to the pawn shop and buy back the Dodge unit I pawned off. Forgot to tell you about it. Go scrounge up some pesos and buy that, or whatever else tickles your fancy. I'll have some G3 bounties ready for you by the time you get back.
Sure, sounds good. Thanks, Gene. Just maybe next time don't assume we're just gonna die.
Right. Got it.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that. That's why you got stabbed, Gene. Okay, you're gonna get stabbed again next time, okay? Turn you into sushi, Gene. You're already halfway there, okay? Okay, right, Morty? Right, Morty? We're gonna stab him again, Morty, just to show him who's boss, Morty. Yeah, let's stab him again.
Look, I know Mr. keeps annoying, but you gotta put up with him and buy back that Dodge unit.
Do this. Okay, my knees are getting tired. Oh, and I'm pulling the cable. Okay, there we go. Am I supposed to be going? Oh, literally. "26 feet? Oh, okay. I thought I was going the right way. And then it was like, oh, hey, go back home. Where are y'all? Talk to me.
Hey, sorry, yeah, no, he can't talk. He just sort of makes that noise. Huh, that's unfortunate for him.
That is, all right. Just walk away now. Hey, Morty, I think we're gonna kill another kid, Morty. I think he has it coming, Morty. I think he definitely has it coming, Morty. Morty, you gotta understand. This kid, Morty, this kid is horrible, Morty.
Hey,
he's a horrible person.
Gene said you might have the old Dodge unit
feel
that
like we
goes
can
with
just
this
stab him.
bounty suit.
Oh yeah, we got that. Why? You want it?
Oh yeah,
I want
he
it too,
definitely.
So it'll cost you.
Yeah, no, we know how buying stuff works.
How do you buy the Dodge unit? Painting by Yorb. Honestly, it looks like complete dog poo. Yeah, I would agree. But where am I looking for? Insert trash. Drum. Well, you can use it to make music. Well, not you specifically. We didn't code in any rhythm game mechanics or anything, so this is just gonna take up space in your inventory. Maybe you should give it to someone. Ceiling light. Cyclops helmet, drill box. I think we read these last time and I don't want to repeat the same jokes. What did he say? No. Wow, no. What am I looking for? Bounty suit. Pick up a copy of Name and Claim's no logo and free yourself from commodity fetishism. Ah, yeah, I remember this. What am I looking for? That was just backpack. I don't see anything new here, do y'all? Really expensive bounty suit. Yeah. $2,500 Dura Health tank. Oh yeah. Industrial pump. Looks like leftover game. You haven't explained what I'm supposed to be getting. Oh, it's over here. Dodge unit, hold to buy. Of course, it's 1,000.
I can keep.
Dodge unit. You can try to dodge without this thing, but it isn't going to be nearly as effective or cool. This is how the professionals dodge with a dodge unit. That sort of warps space around you in such a manner that you're able to like dodge fast. Oh,
All right,
of course.
there you go. One Dodge unit. Have a nice life.
All right, we got it. Let's try this bad boy out and then head back to Gene.
Morty, get ready, Morty.
Why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
Look how dumb they look trying to figure out what to buy.
Morty, get the knife. Get the knife, Morty. Get the knife, Morty. Morty, get the knife.
You don't have the hard cash. You're just window shopping.
Morty, he's asking for it. Morty, just do it. Just do it,
You
Morty.
forget you're in a store, S-T-O-R-E, as in eat my shit.
Good God. Oh, this generation. I cannot explain this.
Can I clock out early?
No, why?
Where are you, the cops?
Of course you want to clock out early.
Yes, you do. I'm your father and your boss.
I
I'd like it better if you were the cops.
You should have used that glob shot all over him. He deserved it. He totally deserved it. All right, Morty, let's go, Morty. I'm still kind of upset we didn't kill that kid, Morty. Morty, I think he deserved it, Morty. All right, let's go. I'm moving a distance. Stop. Ooh. Ooh, we can dodge in midair too. Oh, that's fancy. Ooh, look at that. Whoa, okay. And we head back. What time is it? Okay, we'll finish this off by heading back and calling it a day. I'm still gonna get you for this blood on my floor.
Okay, great. You got the Dodge unit. So how about it? Think you're ready for the big leagues, kid?
What do you mean?
The big league, the G3 cartel. That's the next step. Taking
Morty,
down
I was
the
born
head
ready.
officers.
Okay, you're positive that we're ready for that?
Yeah, whatever. Might as well try. But they won't be pushovers like 9-Torg, so
and
be honest,
8-Torg.
I don't care if you live or
Let's-
die.
let's not
You
forget
know
about
that.
8-Torg.
You know my whole deal. But hey, it's your funeral. So go check out the Bounty 5000 whenever you're ready. Got 2 G3 leads for you right now. Krubus and Douglas. You can pick which one you want to let kill you first.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alrighty. We'll call it at that. It is getting late, so we'll finish here. System. Quick game. Alrighty. That was interesting. Alrighty. Finished up with a good time here. I think we are good. And let me go back to the chat. And that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, go ahead and like button. If you really like it, go and subscribe. I love you either way. Take care. All the best. And bye. And my headset is falling off my head.